inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. The road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war, never getting bored. Loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Or this morning, or whatever. Man, I fell asleep. I woke up and all hell has broke loose. What in the world is going on? Oh my Lord. Looks like we got some bullies out here bad. Hang on, y'all. Hey, Tina Bobina. Hey, None Your Business. Hey, I Want Heart. Hey, Rhonda Lynn. Hey, Sleuth Fairy. Hey, Brown Bear. Hey, Rhonda Lynn. Hey, Hillbilly 29. Frankie. Vicky too. Gail, I got your card, honey, and thank you so much. I love it. I'm going to cherish it forever. Thank you so much for that. I did get it. I'd show it right now, but I'm in my moo-moo. Thank you so much, Gail. I love you for that. And also, I got one from Rocker Girl, too, with a little bracelet that's so cute. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Hey, MC Lick Lick. Sleuth Fairy, Yanni, beautiful Yanni. Bella Star. Tams. Alice. Lady R. Let's see what we got in here. Abigail. Hi, beautiful Abigail. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Alice and Zigzag and Fonda Cheese Man. Oh, I got it. And thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you for everything. God bless you for that. That's so, so sweet. So, so sweet. I'm going to send the link to you, Yanni, in Facebook. So it looks like we got some squirrels at work tonight or today. Hang on. We've got some squirrels going hard after a woman. A rat, more like it. That's pretty low. Pretty low. I put that out there, the link out there for you, hon. Pretty low to do that. And for anybody, hey, Diamond Creations, hey, Sarah, for anybody to support that or be in a chat that said, I'm just now learning what horrible things that was said in that chat. I mean, that just lets you know what kind of human being you are. If you are in a chat that is saying derogatory things like that was said, I'm not sure about what was said in it because I fell asleep, and honestly, I don't watch those chats myself because all they do is bash, and so I don't watch any of them, to be honest with you. But I'm sorry for the people that got attacked. I'm sorry for my friends that they've started an attack to hurt me. If you're going to come for Daisy, come for Daisy. Don't come for her mods or anybody else. Hey, Cinderman. Hey, Lord.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
You're nosy. Okay. Hey, Casey, how are you? But today hit another new low for these YouTubers, these mobs, these demonic entities. That's all I can say. They're demonic entities. For a person as a human being to be in a chat where they mock God, talk horrific about other people, talk vile and disgusting, and these people are in there supporting that, just really lets you know what kind of people. Okay, Frankie, that's fine. Just really let you know what kind of people there is. Hello, constitutionalist. This is Shirley Chambers. Hello, everyone. I'm my husband's phone. Hello, how are you? Welcome. It just lets you know what kind of human beings are out here on these streets, y'all. What it's just you can feel the evil presence that comes upon you when you go in these chats, and I don't see how people can stand to even go in these chats, leave alone support what is being said in these chats. Oh, thank you, Nora Woods. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Miss Daisy and Crazy Critter Farms. Hello, and thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. You've been a member of the Critters Crime for a year. Yeehaw, yeehaw. Are you coming up? Yanni, I sent that. Hang on. Did it not work? Hi, Amanda. Beautiful Amanda. Listen, Amanda, you all, I've been getting on my live streams on Daisy's farm on my phone, so I can't make y'all a moderator. But as soon as I do a live stream on my computer, I'll make you all your moderation. I'll give you your moderator wrench in there, you guys, because there is a few that I need to give wrenches to. But When I'm on my phone doing it, I can't do it. I can barely read the messages because so I will do that. I'm waiting for Yanni. I don't know if she's coming up or but I'm gonna keep on doing my stuff. I'm not gonna let these other hate channels bring me down because I ultimately have a lot of people that love me and a lot of people loves my mods. When you go and you threaten a person's family or their home or anything like that, that's a whole new ball game. That's a legal ball game. What's up, sister?
Hi. Oh, I had to use my phone because my tablet won't go onto StreamYard. I don't know why.
Ah,
Anyway, I'm
are you
here.
okay? Hello, Pumpkin Mom. I love what you're doing with the game and call-ins. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun last night. I thought, y'all, it was really
That
fun.
was fun. That was really good.
And I
Oh,
had fun filming the
there
animals
goes
out on
my
today.
sorry.
Okay.
Turn off.
Now that I'm monetized on the farm, I'm going to spend a little more time over there and less time over here. We're still going to
Yeah.
cover cases and stuff, but I really love being out there with my animals and showing you all my animals and stuff.
I
Versus,
love your farm. I love it.
thank you. I did a Sasquatch video and I was working on it when I fell asleep earlier, where I
Oh,
went in the
really?
woods and I thought I saw something.
Oh my gosh.
That y'all.
I
Huh?
want to find Sasquatch.
I know.
But I'm a bit scared. He looks big. He's like 8 foot tall.
I know.
I'm only 5'5",
I
so
just think it's funny. Just to, I don't know. I'm
well,
just,
that's a name that we give to several people on this platform, but we can't be hating
gosh,
anymore. You
no.
know what? You know what it is, Daisy?
What?
We have to lead by example. We have to be better than them.
Yes, yes.
We do. I mean, it hit an all-time low today. It really did.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the thing about it is
Yeah.
there are terms of service for using YouTube, and a lot of those rules were broken today. So that's on them. You know, we haven't been as bad to them. Yes, I fought with them, but it didn't warrant what panned out today. It really didn't.
Yeah.
It went too
So,
far.
yeah, well, it's been going too far, to be honest with you. The
It
harassment,
has.
the bullying, the name calling, it's just terroristic threatening. I was told by
It
a lot
is. I spoke to, like I said to you, I spoke to somebody and they told me that as well. So
of
it is terroristic threats,
Mhm.
and it's a serious offence. It's quite serious. It's a lot more serious than they imagine it to be. So, you know what?
Your
We
Jeb.
just,
Jeb said, I don't know
yeah,
if I've been. You're not blocked, Jeb.
I
Do
was blocked last night by your moderator lady. Who's that?
ah, huh?
Give
What?
yourself.
Oh, you're
I
reading
don't know. I was
the
just
message.
reading the thing.
I don't think you were blocked because if you were blocked, you wouldn't be able to see. I hadn't even had a chance to get on my.
She
Uh,
wouldn't have blocked you because
no,
she
I
doesn't
didn't-
block people.
no, I do. And if they come on my channel, like, listen, they think that they write these big, hateful paragraphs and everything, and then I read them. No, I just hit block, and they go away. And I'm
Well,
cool with that.
I just got a message just before saying that they're trolling, the garden over there.
The
So
garden.
they're on to her now too. So she's in for a nice ride
Gosh,
with them.
I don't know about
Yeah, well,
that.
that's what I was told. I got like 5 messages saying, "Oh my God, they're going after Prayer Garden now." So
Really? Why?
I don't know. I'm I'm blocked, I think, from her channel, but
Mhm.
yeah, apparently.
She can handle herself. She's.
Like me, I can handle myself. It doesn't hurt me. I
Mhm.
get hurt for other people. I don't get hurt for myself because I can take it. But when they go after people that I know, like Christine and, vulnerable people and people's children that are off limits, that's where I get really mad.
Mhm.
And I get sad about it as well because it's not necessary to drag somebody's children into it and somebody that I love and care for, and I will not put up with that.
Right.
That's where I'll fight, when I fight for others, because I can handle the heat. I've been through the worst life can throw at you. Nothing can hurt me. You know what I mean? Like I know this sounds horrible, but I'm a little bit emotionalist. I cry if I remember certain things, but that's with my husband. And I don't really get hurt when people call me names and stuff.
I know, but it's not right, Yanni. You're a
It's
beautiful
not right.
woman inside and out. You've been through absolute hell in your
Yeah,
life.
but apparently I made it up, so whatever.
No.
That's funny with 8 boxes of papers here that I'm not going to show because it's
No.
personal, and
Absolutely.
it's got my personal details in there. As if I'm going to show those
Mhm.
losers. Like seriously, no. So
Exactly.
as if
Exactly.
I would give them that personal data of my court case, which they've asked me to do, and
No.
I've considered it.
Mm-mm.
I did
No.
consider it, and then I went and read a few of them and went, nah, there's no way I can show them this stuff. No.
No way. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because it talks about the videos, like video 1, this. It's just too much to put on here. So.
Mhm.
But you know
Def-
what? We just got to rate. We got to be better than them. We got to be better than them because we are better than them. Because we're
yeah.
not. We don't want to destroy people's lives. We don't want to hurt people that way. Yes, you get peed off with people from time to time. And Daisy, you and I have had our moments, but we get
Yeah,
past it. We say
we
sorry
do.
and we move on. That's
Yeah.
what adults do.
Yeah. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Marita. And um, I don't get it. I don't get the obsession with me. I don't get it.
I
I
They
don't
are obsessed with you, and it's
get it.
dangerous. It's dangerous. It's not a
It
normal obsession. It's a very over the top weird obsession, and that is
is.
dangerous,
Yeah.
People like Jeffrey Dahmer and all that were those type of people. You know
I
what I
know.
mean? They
Yeah.
they were those type of people that got obsessed with, you know, you've seen
Julian.
Jeffrey Dahmer. He was obsessed with the men that he dated, that he wanted to keep them forever. That's what the whole.
You think they want to keep Daisy forever? I doubt it.
Oh no, it's
They
it's
want to kick her
it's
to the
getting
curb.
really sick. I mean, today was very sick. It.
I'm so
I've
sorry.
never heard anything like that on here so far. And I've been in this
I
community.
know.
When was Chris Watts? That's when I started coming to the true crime. I didn't comment,
That's
but I
been years
listened,
ago, right?
right?
Well, wasn't
So
they bullying Christine too and picking on Christine?
Christine, yeah, too, really bad.
Wow,
I'll send you that.
that's just wrong.
And
Yeah,
you know why they pick on Christine? Because they know she's not that she's not strong, because I do think she's strong. I don't
yeah.
think she's a weak person,
No,
but
not at all.
she has. If you talk, I'm going to send you outside. Um,
Cute little thing.
he just talk. You've seen him today. He just talks all the time. He's got a
Yeah.
lot to say. No, I don't want you to talk right now. Here he goes. Oh, sit down. I don't need you to talk. So Christine, not that she's a weak person, I wouldn't call her that. I think she's incredibly strong. But
Yes.
she's emotional. I'm not emotional. That's the difference.
Like you said a while ago, me and you's crazy as hell. And we
We're
embrace
crazy.
it.
Yeah,
We
we
embrace our
embrace the
crazy,
crazy.
y'all.
I'm crazy. I mean, I admit when people call me crazy, that you faulty, please.
Yes.
When they call me crazy, it doesn't hurt me. I laugh because I agree. I'm crazy. I'm very, very crazy.
But we're a different kind of crazy. They're a deceitful, mean, vindictive.
Sickening, I'd call it.
Yeah.
I mean, the things that was said today are
Mhm.
sickening, Daisy.
I'm glad I
Absolutely
didn't hear it.
sickening.
I'm so
I
glad.
told you parts of it, and that was enough, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you did.
it is just, and to think, you know, what gets to me at the fault, please. What gets to me is there's all women in that chat. There's women in that chat, and they are going along with that narrative, that woman bashing. Stop, coach. Oh.
Hey, Reggie.
They are going on with that narrative, and to me, that's where it's sickening. That other women are there encouraging this kind of behavior.
Yeah, I know. But that speaks volumes for people that's in those kind of chats.
See, for me, if I was in a chat and heard something like that, that would be it. I would completely unsubscribe and I'd be gone.
Yeah.
That would I just could not listen to that. As a woman, I couldn't do it. I just would think that's trashy and that's not where I want to be. So,
Yeah, I mean, I had a peaceful live earlier on my farm, and
I was there.
in all hell breaks loose. When I wake up, I'm like, what the
Yeah.
hell is going on? Why is my people being attacked? I mean, if you want to come after somebody, come after Daisy. Leave my
Well,
mods.
come after me. I don't look. Come
No,
after
I
me
don't
or
want
Daisy. Me and Daisy are cray. Come after us. Come on, do it. I don't care. But leave other people alone, and certainly do not go after people's children. That is the worst, disgusting. That is just,
hell.
yeah, that's where I know.
And you cannot be for God or be a Christian and let somebody mock our
Well,
Lord
he
and
was
Savior.
mocking God because they were mocking my pictures in Israel. So
Wow.
yeah. So whatever. I mean, at
Well,
least
I
I
would
got
give
to
anything
travel
to
the
be able to
world.
go to Israel. That's an honor to get to go to
Yeah, I
Israel.
know.
Most
I
people
mean,
would
these
that
people haven't even got a house, and they're talking like that about people. You know, they don't even have a home. And you know, I usually feel sad for somebody. I've got a friend that's homeless, and it hurts me every day that she's homeless. I hate it. But
Yeah.
for people like that and the reasons why, yeah, that's the difference, you know. The reasons why.
It's the devil's what it is. It's just
Yeah.
being the devil. And you have to know that there's behind the rats, there's one big rat that's pushing it along.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This boy is the size of a toothpick, and he is going after grown real men, like real men,
Hey,
like
just
men
like,
that work,
mm,
you know, men that get up every morning and, you know, work their head, work and work and work. I mean, these people don't know that because they wouldn't they wouldn't be able to handle it because they've been mooching for so long That's all they know.
The best thing to do, Yanni, is just ignore him, and
I
he'll
do.
let him
Yeah.
go after Daisy. I'm pretty boring, but
Me
hey, if
too, in
you
a
want to
way.
follow me around the farm and dictate every move I make, then do it. Go
Yeah.
for it. I squalled at Randy a while ago because he had one of my chickens down. Our
Oh,
dog.
Daisy, I at 2 and 3 in the morning climb over fences to
Hey,
save
Donna, hey,
dogs. You know
have
what I
you?
mean? Like, I'm
Yeah,
crazy. Come after me because I think I don't get hurt, but
yeah,
my family will get hurt. It's
yeah.
not me, it's my family that will respond. And if my daughter's seen this, oh God, I don't
Yeah,
even want them to know what was said today. I have kept it very hush hush. I
yeah.
really, yeah.
I don't blame you because
It's just too much, and my kids would be just way too, they would need to fight, and I don't want that. And I've got one son that's a federal police officer, like you've seen pictures of him.
oh yeah,
He's
oh yeah,
6'6" as well. I mean, I have big children, big
mm,
grown children, and they're very smart and intelligent. They all work. But
mm-hmm.
when it comes to their mama, oh God, my daughter, oh my God.
He's making Daisy a celebrity in the bad kind of way, Alice. That's the thing. He's there. The
Rhonda.
Listen,
Mm,
Daisy has learned not to watch those lives, not to go into anybody's lives.
same. That's
If it
me
gets
too.
too bad, people will clip it and send it to me, and I have it as evidence. And I was informed today by law enforcement not to retaliate back, to let them
Yeah,
talk away and do their thing. And that's it's just piling up. That's all we got. That's all we need. Retaliation back looks bad on us. And if they
I
can,
know Brown Bear. He will go to jail because he's cray cray like that. I'm cray cray, but he's like extra cray cray. Once he's not usually, but if something pushes him, then there's no stopping him. Where
yeah,
I can control my anger, control things, he doesn't have that. He will just lose it. And that's where I try to protect my family. Because if he
yeah,
loses it, the kids find out because they hear him. I mean, I showed you what happened. He doesn't, he's just, my husband's never told me to shut up or anything. And
mm,
in 10 years, he's never ever said it till a
mm.
few days ago. And I was really shocked.
Well, you don't
He
need the
did buy
stress.
me a
Walk
nice
away from you.
chair. He
Walk
bought me a
away.
nice chair.
Walk
You know,
away from
Daisy, he
you
bought me
to.
that really lovely chair to say sorry, so that's
Oh,
okay.
that's beautiful. But you don't
Well,
need that kind of stress at all. Yanni, walk away from this before. Yeah, it's not
yeah,
worth
I
it
am. I am. But I'm going to make
because
sure that I deal with it the correct way, which is legally.
yes,
It's no good
yeah,
to go tit for tat. It's no
no,
good.
it's not. It makes
That
it worse.
doesn't work. It just gets dirtier, uglier, and muckier. You're
Yep.
better to just go legal and do it the way that you're supposed to, and that's legally. Terroristic threats are actual jailable offence.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And YouTube terms of service, you are not allowed to say somebody's family member is dying or any of that. That is against terms of service.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
it's crazy.
I
But
know I'm
we've
gonna
got
have to go
we've got to
this
be
week.
better than them, and we. Sorry, Daisy. Sorry. Go.
Go ahead.
Go. Sorry.
I'm gonna go talk to an attorney today or
Yeah.
week one day and seek. Well, I'm not going to talk about it, but thank you, Casey. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank
Oh, Casey
you.
is so beautiful. I love her.
Thank you so much. I
I mean,
didn't
we
see
have
it.
such beautiful people. I mean, my sisters that I've got behind the scenes from this channel, like Lady R and Frankie, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a blessing. Like, I have such
Blessing.
amazing people
People. Yes.
from here. They are
We love you.
lower than an ant's butt. I mean, they are low.
Mm-hmm.
And these people haven't had a job in probably 20 years. They, you know what his arrest record is. I mean, he's not a good person.
A
And
lot of these people are not good people. Anybody that
yeah,
can say the
go to
vicious
your house. Yeah.
stuff, well, the vicious mean stuff that's been said on these YouTube streets, yeah, that's not good people. People, like, I have to remember, like, I've lost all faith in humanity, but I've got a lot of good people on our chat here. A lot of our family over here is
Yes.
very good people.
We
But
have a one, Glory, we do. We have such a beautiful MC Licklick, Casey, Lady R, Gail. I mean, look at these beautiful people, Slew Fairy. You know, we are really fortunate to have amazing people here with us.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
We do. So sorry this is happening to you girls. You don't deserve it. Well,
Crystal, I can't forget Crystal.
it's
I
been
love Crystal. Crystal's I love her. And we are lucky. Like, I'm looking at the TV now, Brown Bear Jamboree, Vicky, all these people I've made personal connections with, and they are really good, upstanding, real good people. So out of all the ugliness, we've got our beautiful people that are here with us. So
yes.
what have they got at the end of the day? You have your beautiful farm. Crystal has her reptiles and her snakes, and
Well, I'll tell you this. Snakes turns against each other eventually. That's all I gotta say. They'll bite.
Not real snakes.
Yeah.
Real, like snakes as people, but Crystal loves her snakes. I'm not talking about your snake, Crystal. My husband wants to have snakes and reptiles and stuff. Where I'm a bit, I don't know. But
I watched that Montenero Snake Lab. I love snakes. I think they're beautiful animals. I'm talking about human snakes.
Casey, I know. See, Casey reached out to me about her dog, and dogs are my business. So I helped her how to get the thing out of her dog.
Oh, thank you, Tina Bobina. Thank you. God bless you.
See how lucky we are. Now just look at those names, every one of them. Like, we're so lucky.
They've been
when I look at them, it gives me hope. It gives me.
Thank you, Tina. It does me too. It does me too.
Rhonda, Alice, all these people are good people, good-hearted, kind. And what have they got? A cesspool of rot and hate and vicious attacks and men assaulting and bashing women. I mean, so tough, right?
Yeah. Daisy, just keep using your discernment, and the Holy Spirit will lead you to the right people to you. All of accord. God is separating the wheat from the tares. Thank you so much.
That's okay. I'm glad that you got it out.
If you put your faith in humanity, they will let you down. If you put your faith in God, He will not let you down. Amen.
Just legs. I love just legs too. So these are people from my sister's chat, which is Mum and T. Yeah, Rhonda, Kirby attacks you every day. What? I haven't even heard that. I need to get to learn.
Every day. What is she attacking you for?
Why, Rhonda? What?
I'm sorry.
Cinderella man. I love her too. See, we're so lucky.
They have nothing other than the fun they've been pretending with riches in heaven that we stand instead of Rome. That's true, absolutely. Um, that's a
Yeah.
bully, Rondalyn. That's a bully. That's a big bully there.
But
I
it's
was going to say something. I was going to. Oh, so I'm not going to mention the name of the creator, but you know who you are, who was mocking the Maui children missing stuff. Well, a very reputable modder or not mod, but subscriber sent me that whose family lives in Maui, and she's very upset that he mocked it and made fun of it because it's very
yeah.
there is children missing
And have
in
you
Maui.
seen the native people that are talking and saying, "Where are our babies?" I mean, it's real. It's
Yeah,
real.
very real.
The natives are screaming at like the workers and saying, "Where are our children?"
Hmm.
It's real. And you know what? The
Yeah,
elites are going to try to cover it up. Of course they
yeah,
are,
it's
because
being
that's what they
ignored.
do. That's
Like
what they do.
you're really going to expect the news to tell the truth? Really?
No way. They're the ones that cover it up because they're the frigging customers. That's why they're
Yeah,
the
that's
frigging
exactly what's going
clientele.
on. Is so not all the parents were killed in that Maui thing? Because they're saying a lot of the children's parents has been missing too.
Yeah, there's young women like even young mothers and stuff that are missing as well,
Hmm.
which is still dicey to me because I've seen that as well.
Well, they found those 15 kids. Oh, there went my microphone. They
Dude,
found those.
wasn't it Michael Knowles that went to the air with that? He's a very reputable creator. He
Well,
does
the new
not mean he checks things, you know.
U.S. Navy SEALs went in and found those children
Yeah.
over there in Maui. Those kids that were living in dog coops and they were in feces and they had propanol intoxication. It's a wonder that they even survived that, to be honest with you. This thing is
Yeah.
broke. What happened to my microphone is messing up on me. Can you hear
I
me?
never put my microphone on there. Probably should, but you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you really well. I'm
So I
amazed
don't need the
on,
microphone.
I'm amazed on the microphone that's on my new phone. My new phone is amazing. Like it picks up so clear. Before you couldn't even hear me, and now it's really clear and loud, especially for people that can't hear like me. So, um, I
Me
don't know.
against Daisy? What do you mean, me against Daisy? He's planning on using you against Daisy. What is that? Oh, I bet he's thinking that. Okay. I
Oh,
mean, me and Daisy are solid. Like
yeah, we
we
are.
we're like sisters. We've had fights and then we
Yeah.
just get over it. We had a
Yeah.
fight for I think our last
Oh, Yanni.
6 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. But I
Well,
mean, we're friends, we fight, we get over it. Sometimes you're hard headed and you're stubborn. And I'm like,
hard headed.
you're stubborn. And I just sometimes, I've had problems, but I say it to you privately and we
Well,
talk about it
the
privately.
last time we got into it was because of it was a whole mess, and it was because of another creator that I
Yeah.
let on my
Yeah.
panel and took over.
And
And
the thing is that that creator isn't even the evilest person on YouTube anymore.
I thought she
She's
was
actually quite mild compared to these. I
devils.
mean,
Mhm.
she's mild compared to them. And that's hard to say. Like,
Mhm.
even feels bad coming out of my mouth. It does. So like I can't even believe I'm saying that she is mild compared to these people.
Vulgar people, yeah.
And so I addressed Brandy, and I wasn't mean or hateful. I was just asking her a few questions. And one of the culties come in and said, leave her alone, like they own her, like they actually have possession of her soul and that they can speak for her. No, she can come and speak to me. She's been on my channel many, many times and we've had conversations. She can come and talk to me. She's a grown woman. I'm not going to fight with her. I just want to ask her, how is it okay that you sit in a chat when they say these vulgar things about women, children? I mean, about, you know, Summer's mum and, you know, all sorts of stuff. It's not just me. It's not just Daisy, Lady Christine. It's everybody.
Yeah. Rep is not a good person at all for her. I mean, I don't understand why people support these hate channels. I don't get it.
I don't. I
They-
really, as a woman, there's no way I could sit there and listen to that. There's no way.
No.
No way. There's no way I could sit in a chat and they said those vulgar things about a woman. I'd be gone so fast.
As much as I love Morbid, and I love Morbid, he's fam. But sometimes
You
I
talked about Morbid.
no, but he does say some bad stuff. I can't stay in there the whole time because
Yeah, I know. He's got it.
I love him to death, but he says
He goes very south. Yeah, I know.
I can't deal with that. I can't. I don't, even if I don't agree with another creator, I don't like the harassment that a lot
I
of
know Sherry being on his live was a bit of a slap in the face
When
for me. It really was
was Sherry on his live?
today.
She was up there while they were bashing you?
Yeah. Actually, she did say leave me alone, but she was there pretty much the whole time.
Oh,
But she kind of did say leave Yanni alone. She did. But yeah, Sherry was there and that upset me a bit. I
yeah.
don't get upset, but that upset me a little bit. And I don't, like I said, I'm very emotionless. I'm crazy like you, Daisy. But things like that hurt me. You know what I mean? If you see somebody that you love and they're in a chat where they're dogging you out,
Yep.
and like, you know, Tragedy Pimps Exposed done a whole thing on you. I love her, but I wouldn't go into that chat because I'm not going to be a part of that. I will not participate in them bashing you or talking about you. I just won't be a part of that.
Yeah.
It's just wrong. I can't sit there. I can't sit there while people talk about people I love. I can't do it. I can't.
No. I just don't like bashing anybody. Even, you know, there's a lot of time.
What were they doing to Sherry? Because I didn't see any. All I heard was she was there, and then she apparently said stop, leave Yanni alone or something. That's what I got told.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Auntie Sherry does.
She was there the whole time.
She does. She tries to be friends with everybody, but you can't do that when you're dealing with viciousness.
I know, but like I was saying to you just now, I can't sit there while they say stuff about you.
Oh.
And I would want to say, I want to defend you. You know, I wanted to, even though I know you can defend yourself, you're my friend. And I don't want to hear that. I don't.
I appreciate each and every person that defends me and I don't want y'all to get in the middle of it though, to where they hurt you. That's the one thing I don't want, is that for them to hurt you all. They can hurt me all they want, but leave my friends, leave my moderators alone. You know, just leave them alone. Don't try to hurt them. I'm to the point where I don't care if they talk away.
She was saying she loves them. Really?
Huh? What happened?
So Sherry was saying she loves them and everything.
Loves who? Rap?
Rap and all them.
Auntie Sherry is a floppity flipper. I love
They
her.
were. It was rated X. The stuff they were saying about me today. It was. It was bad, but like I said, there's this little thing called terms of service.
Yeah, it's horrible. Hey, bless Grandma.
I mean,
Hey,
even Grandma Sherry. I don't know if you know the other Sherry. Do you? That's in YouTube. She's such a sweet old lady. She's so beautiful, and they attacked her. I mean,
who?
this is a sweet, beautiful old lady that never ever hates on anybody. She loves everybody, and they attacked her as well. So
Who
it's
did?
not just us. There's other bad people too.
I'm gonna have to get me a new microphone. This one's had the lick.
Sherry
Yeah,
said that years ago. She's
yeah.
older. I don't
Eventually,
blame her. She should
they'll
be.
just let it. It'll just. I mean, I don't give. I don't watch half of like. Do you know how many tags that I've had on like when I go on my notifications? But I don't even click on them because I know that they're just a bunch of hateful, mean
Yeah,
people who spread
yeah.
lies and hates. They want somebody to blame for the Summer Wells case, and they know they can't get to Don and Candace, so they blame me because I'm friends with them. That's how it goes.
Stop calling her old. Who? Who?
Call her
Grandma
Julie. Oh,
Sherry? Who? Who's Belinda? She said, stop
you,
calling her old.
and Chilbilly and Justin and Sherry and Ziggy. I know.
I like that's just my take on it, Daisy. I don't want to be somewhere where they're bashing you. It
Wait,
hurts.
what, just
Like I
don't
said, for me, they can say what they want, but when they start
mm-hmm.
talking about people I love, that's where it hurts. Other than
Yeah.
that, they can say what they want about me.
Well, yeah. I ain't worried about them.
Grandma Sherry, which Grandma Sherry?
I wanted
She
to do a
spells
live
it with a
file,
CHER, not S.
huh?
She does the Grandma Sherry I'm talking about spells it CHERI.
Yeah.
She is an older lady and she's a very beautiful lady. I love her.
Mm. I do want to clear
But
things, huh?
that wasn't me being rude. I was just saying she's the sweetest older lady. I wasn't talking about Sherry, our Sherry. I was talking about Grandma Sherry.
Who's
I'm
Grandma?
old. That's who they another. Like I said, sometimes I just click on things and then I'll stay. It depends on what happens. I'll stay for 5 minutes and go.
Mm-hmm.
I clicked on something about Grandma Sherry today, which was really, really sad.
Who's Grandma Sherry?
She's another Sherry that's on the YouTube, and I mean, she's got like 100 wrenches. She's
Oh.
trusted by so many people,
Oh.
and a few people would like. I won't say who. I'll tell you later. But
Okay.
yeah, they were really mean to her today. I mean, she's the sweetest lady ever. I
Oh.
mean, and it's just cruel. I mean,
Yeah,
it
because
seems to
she doesn't
me
say
that
anything
it's
about nobody,
you
and
know
they
what
are
it is.
so
It
hard.
is because you're a good person, Daisy. So they're going to attack you because you're a good person.
Aw. You are too, Yanni, and don't let them do that to you. Don't let them harass you. Walk away from this, Yanni. Just get away
Yeah.
from YouTube and don't get so tore up to where, it makes a difference in your family life. I was going to do a live, the Delphi thing tonight,
Yeah.
but I was like, I don't even want to deal with it right now. I just want to go to sleep, relax, and sleep.
Yeah.
And that's
I
what I do.
get it. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. Because today I had so many orders to get out and I was like, I couldn't even concentrate. Like, you know how your mind's just going a million miles an hour?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what was happening today. Because I'm like, I can't I can't go and start cussing them out and being like them.
Yeah.
I can't do that. What we need to do is what you and I talked about, and that's what I've been doing, because
Yeah.
that's the only way to deal with them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Ignoring it doesn't help. Everybody says ignore it. No, it don't work. They continue. I mean, they they love it.
Oh, Kate
They,
Sue, she's so beautiful. She's such a beautiful person. You know, like I said, look at our chat. Look at the beautiful people we have. Look what they've got.
I
You
know.
know, we are blessed and they are a mess. That's all there is to it. I mean, it's messy.
Mm-hmm. You know, as much as I don't, me and BHB don't get along. I just hate to see people. They go hard after her too,
I know. I've
and
even gone hard after her because she, you know,
a lot of people
it's,
does.
I have stopped because I there's no point. I don't follow her, so there's no point on me having an opinion about her when I don't even follow her, you
Well,
know?
she does her own thing now. I mean, she does her own thing, so
Yeah.
she's not hurting anyone. And I just don't get it. Why? Why?
Well,
Why go after people
I
when
mean, I
hurt?
don't want to drag her because I don't want to be that person, but she
Mhm.
does do things that are really horrible. And she did something to a friend of mine about a week, about a week ago. And it's
Oh,
a friend of mine and somebody that I really care about as well.
oh, I
Because
did.
they seem to think that I'm only here, Daisy. But the thing is,
Mhm.
I'm not just here. I have other people that I have mod for, and they're
Mhm.
in a different demographic than us. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they don't talk about you. They don't bash you, and that's why I feel safe around them
Oh,
because they don't go after you. They have no interest, but yeah, they have had issues with me, significant issues.
oh.
I'll tell you about it later because I don't
Yeah.
want to drag her. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't know her well enough to do that.
Yeah.
What she did to my friend wasn't very nice, but I
Oh.
don't really know her, so therefore my opinion's void. You know, it doesn't mean anything.
I don't know why the reasons why, but I know that it's just I don't like the whole. I just don't like bashing people completely at all. Like if you
I
got
know.
if you disagree with them, that's fine. But to just continue and continue and continue, it's just I don't know. A lot of them build their channels off doing that. That's part of what their content is bashing
Yeah.
up creators. And I have a lot
They've
of
got
people.
a Nazi sign up. Can somebody get rid of that, please?
Huh?
Can somebody get rid of the Nazi sign?
Is this it right here?
Yeah,
This.
yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
here they come. They're coming. That's a Nazi sign, and that's
Oh,
just,
I couldn't even
you
see
know
it.
why that is? Because I showed me in Israel. That's why they're doing that.
What? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's why they're doing that because I was in that. Yeah, that's why they're doing that.
There's just so
Yeah.
many evil people.
Oh, he's already got. I could see it on the TV, so I thought nobody got it.
Did
But
you
okay,
see about
that's
the?
because I was in Israel. They're doing that. That's against Jewish people because
It
I
is.
worked with Jewish people. I still work with Jewish people. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's just not cool at all.
like yeah, I didn't know that. I thought I would see it. It would be gone, but I actually could see it. And I'm like, nobody's getting rid of that Nazi sign.
I can hardly see it.
I seen it,
Mm.
and
Yeah,
that is taking a dig at me being in Israel.
that's crazy.
And you know what? Prayer
What?
Garden, was she approve of that? You know what I mean? She went on at Sherry for saying Hitler's mother was Austrian Jewish, which she was. So, does she approve of them doing that?
I don't think
Just
she
saying.
goes in those chats, to
She
be honest.
probably doesn't. She probably wouldn't. Even though I don't, there's no love lost there.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's no, I'm not even going to
I
drag
don't
her
know.
because I don't know her either.
Her and
But,
Justin, but I've never seen. Well, I don't go in reps, and I don't hardly go into Justin's just for a few minutes. But other than that, I don't go into a lot. And I don't know. She might go in there. I don't know. I
Justin
usually
never interested me. He always bored me. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. I just got bored there. At least Molly made me laugh with the screeching and the craziness sometimes. I at least got a laugh out of Molly.
to be honest
But
with you,
Justin
Justin does
put me to
better with
sleep.
Daisy, being a
Huh?
Daisy girl. He
What?
does better being Daisy Basham because at least he can let loose and be himself.
Yeah.
I feel like
I did
he.
laugh at that dance and all
Mhm.
that. That was funny. And it's hard for me to see things like that and think that's funny because I care and love you. So that
Yes.
hurts, but that I did laugh because
The
it was
only thing I see is him letting loose and showing himself. That I
when
think that
he did that,
he
when he
did
done the booty shape. That was the funny part. That's
the
where I
what?
laughed, the booty shape part. And then I got over it and I thought,
Yeah,
yeah, nah. Then he overdid it.
yeah, he overdoes it. That's the
Yeah.
thing, and
I
it makes
mean, just do it
me.
once, it's funny, leave it alone because if you keep doing it over and over again, it's no longer funny.
Daisy, can we pray for Morbid? I know he loves you, and I believe God puts people in our paths for His purpose. I feel in my heart he needs prayers. Oh yeah, definitely. He comes from a Christian family. Morbid does. I love Morbid, but sometimes he gets kind of wild in those things. Yeah, we
He's a
pray for
bit cray cray. He's a little bit cray cray.
a little bit, but who ain't?
Yeah. No.
Who-
Nothing wrong with being a little cray cray. What's wrong is being a bitter and evil, twisted person. That's
yeah.
what's wrong with the world.
Oh, the
You
world's
know?
getting worse. Like back in the day, people actually cared about each other and loved each other and like took care of each other. Nowadays, kids like there's some little old people that has 12 kids and they won't even take care of them. They throw them aside and forget about them. Won't even come and visit them or anything. And that's sad.
Yeah.
You know, you have a
Yeah.
mother or father that spends their whole life dedicating to their children, taking care of them, being good to them, and then they don't even want to take care of them when they're older and feeble and not able to do anything,
Hmm.
and that's sad.
I mean, I'm really lucky and fortunate to have really great children.
Hmm.
Um, I have got very
Good.
successful children, and all four of them. You know how they say there's a black sheep?
Uh-huh.
Um, I mean, my daughter maybe be a little bit of a black sheep, but not really because they're all very well adjusted
It was
adults.
beautiful. Your
I've
daughter's
been,
gorgeous.
I know, but I've been really lucky. I thought, which one is it going to be? Like when, when, you know how you got to have the black sheep? I always looked at my kids and wondered which one of them it would be.
Oh, no, you
And
don't have no black
it's
sheets.
none of them. None of them are bad. Like the
Mm.
black sheep,
If
you
you
know.
raise them right, they're not going to be that way. None of them will be.
I
Um,
mean, like, my husband was angry yesterday, but as soon as my son got into university, everything changed. And I was like, oh, thank you, God. Like, it was like someone sent that phone call to defuse the situation.
yes.
Because
Yeah.
as soon as that phone call came in, everything went calm again.
That's
And I
good.
was
You
like,
can't let that get to you. You can't let these crazy people on these YouTube streets affect your home life and
yeah,
stuff.
that's true.
That's a spirit. That's a demonic spirit that these, and you got to walk away. Listen, I've been praying a lot
I
and
think
getting
she's
closer to
cute.
God. Huh?
Yeah. MC Licklick said, your daughter is gorgeous. She is gorgeous.
Yeah, your daughter's beautiful.
She is, yeah.
She looks just like you, Yanni.
She looks like the younger version of me. We've got the same exact hair. Exactly. Like, if our hair was laying together, you wouldn't know which one was which. It's exactly the same.
Oh,
She works hard, and I mean, she has endometriosis, so
that's
she's
bad.
in a lot of pain. And even though they've done the surgery, she is buckled over in pain
Oh man.
every single month. Like, she is so in so much pain.
Maybe eventually, if she has a child, that will help take that away from her.
Well,
Like take
that's what happened to me. I had it, and I
it.
think after I had my second child, it changed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had it when I had the large ovarian. I was just a big mess. Like I had large ovarian cyst. I had adhesions. I had endometriosis,
Yeah.
enlarged uterus. It was just a one big
Mess.
mess. Yeah.
Well, I'm
And I
glad that you
never
still
told
had
her.
children and you still got
Well,
through
this
it.
was after my children. I never had problems when I was younger. It was in my older years when I was in my early
Oh,
40s. I had a hysterectomy when I turned 40 because
wow.
they thought it was ovarian cancer because the cysts were so big, massive, and
Oh
the
my
pain was
gosh, that
just so.
sounds painful.
Well, after they did the surgery, they come in and told me that the large cyst that was the size of a watermelon had twisted and it was cutting the blood supply off. That's why I laid on the floor and cried like a baby. I couldn't, nothing,
My
nothing.
daughter does that. It's like she just comes down and she'll like come on and cuddle up to me and tell me I'm in so much pain, and I just feel helpless.
It feels like you
It's
got a baby inside of you that won't come out.
That's what she said. She goes, I can't be pregnant, but I feel pregnant. I was
Yeah.
like, you better not be pregnant. You're not married. And
Yeah.
she's like, you're so like, you're such a like cool mum, but then you got such old fashioned values. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have a child out of wedlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am that kind of mum. I am.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean, it happens, and I'm not judging nobody that does, but
No, me
I
neither.
would prefer my children to be married and have children when they're married
Me too.
instead of for the
Like,
child.
I am quite stern about it.
Yeah, me
I
too.
am. I said to my daughter, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. I said, you better be making sure that don't happen till I walk you down that aisle, because
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine what our life's going to be when we have grandkids? That's my dream.
oh, me
Yeah.
too. But my older sons,
Uh huh.
so career minded. And my son's married to the most beautiful, beautiful woman. I mean, she's like a little doll. Like, I just want to sit her on. You know how you used to have put the dolls on your bed? She's
Uh-huh.
like that. She's so gorgeous.
Aw,
She's Taiwanese, and she's little, and she just looks like a doll.
like a little doll, but
And they said they're not having children. They may adopt,
aw,
which is
why?
okay. That's
Do they?
fine.
Yeah.
Well, she's very small, I guess, and she's had
Mhm.
issues like similar to Aaliyah.
Yeah.
So, they want to adopt, and I'll be okay. I'll love my adoptive grandchildren because,
Yeah.
think about the way the world is today. I get why my kids are choosing not to. I,
Yeah.
I get it. I do.
Oh, I wished I could be younger. I would take in and adopt or foster or whatever. But I know I wouldn't be able to take in a little one, little one, but like an older child, oh, we'd have so much fun. We would have a lot.
I know, Cinder Element. I know. Everybody's been so good. Jay came on to the channel today. Everybody's been really
Oh,
supportive, and thank you so much, everybody today.
they
You
love
know,
you.
from here,
We love
the
you.
outpouring of support was like huge.
Yes.
Everybody came on and said like we're really sorry, but you got to know one thing about me, guys, is I'm very, very, very hard to break. I've already been broken, and
Yeah. You can't
I'm
break.
just not a break. I'm not that person that breaks down and cries, and I'm not saying that that's bad that people do it. Everybody deals with emotions differently. I tend to laugh at things. I'm just a bit crazy like that.
Well, I'm like that until the other day, and then I just broke. I put
That
up.
was a personal attack on your career. That
That's
is quite
true.
disturbing.
Yeah.
The SA kind of content today was a little bit hurtful, but
Hmm.
on the same thing, it just made me realize what a
Did
POS
they
they
attack
are.
you? Did they attack you?
What a piece of shit they are to do that. They even talk like that and
Wow.
have women in there thinking that that's funny.
Wow.
That's what really freaks me
Sorry.
out.
Look there, we got Candace in the house. She done woke up this morning.
Can.
We're up at 4 o'clock in the morning raising hell. Well, I would have been on earlier if I'd have woke up earlier.
I
But
think
I
I
woke
woke you.
up.
Did I wake you up? I don't know if it was me. Was it me today who
No,
woke
I
you
just
up?
woke up. I don't know if it was because I had to use the bathroom, but I just woke up.
And you quickly rang me. I'm like, oh, I knew when you rang me. I was like, Daisy knows. I
Hmm.
was like,
People were
here we
sending
go. Daisy knows. Like,
people were sending me messages like crazy, and I'm like, "What the heck is going
it
on?"
was bad. Daisy, it was really bad. But I
Mhm.
felt worse for Lady R because her child, and I felt bad for Christine because that was just mean. That was just mean.
I don't get it with. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Any of it.
Me neither.
This is supposed to
But
be a
I'm a
true.
bit disappointed that Janky's. I don't know if Janky's is saying this or she isn't. I don't know.
Is
But
it?
if she is and this is okay, I don't I'm really disappointed, Daisy,
I know.
because I would defend her. If someone was saying that stuff about her, I would have been straight up there going, how dare I would have defended her.
Mhm. I know.
And if she knows that these people are saying this vulgar stuff, then
Yeah.
that's really disappointing and hurtful.
I
Those are the things that hurt me. Those are the things that hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah,
she was online tonight or not. Was she in there?
I don't know. But I'm just saying, if she was or if she does know, that is very disappointing. I still love her, but I don't understand because
But
I would never let people talk about her like that. I know
no.
that.
They're saying rap is streaming me.
Oh, who cares?
Let's see.
Imagine that your life is that boring, that your life is that boring, that all you have is to do is to wait for Daisy to go live so you can restream.
Stream.
Like, how boring is your life? To
Daisy's
sit
pretty
here
boring.
listening to us women have a friggin' cackle, a little hens meeting, and he wants to listen to that. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy that YouTube is allowing all this stuff to go on.
Well, they're not going to for very long because we
Like,
don't want to we don't want to say too much because
yeah.
yeah. So
I'm just
YouTube won't allow this to go on. They won't. They
uh,
will. They will for a little while until they see, until it's brought to their attention, which is happening. So let them
yeah,
stream
screaming
us.
me.
Let
It's
them
like
stream away and make fun
another
of the
live
way
though.
people look, and everybody's ugly and gross and they're so perfect. Like, it's ridiculous. So childish. Like,
Yeah.
grow up. Grow
He's
up.
actually streaming my chat and what my chat is saying. That's what he's doing. He's streaming my chat.
And
Hey,
mum,
guess who's in there? Whoa, we wonder.
who?
His little sidekick, the one that supports
Mm,
you the most.
yeah,
Of
no
course.
surprise. He'd be egging it on. I mean, it's disgusting, isn't it? It's just truly disgusting
It
that
is.
anyone would support that type of behavior. But that's all they got because they're illiterate, ignorant, little child-like beings that can't even get their shit together. So
Exactly.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Somebody just sent me something. Yeah, he's live streaming me.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Enjoy rap,
Yeah.
listening to women. That's
What by my
exciting. How exciting.
huh?
Freaking idiot. I mean, such a miserable life. I mean, for them, it
Yeah.
really is.
I
I mean, I did
I
so
don't
much great
worry
stuff
about
today, and I'm sure you did too, Daisy, with your beautiful farm and your beautiful animals. I mean, we have things to look forward to.
mhm.
They don't.
Yeah. And I got that Sasquatch video. Y'all go on over to Daisy's farm and watch it. I ain't posted it yet, but it's
Did
funny.
you see one? Like you think it was one?
No. I thought I did, but I went back there in the woods on my four-wheeler and ended up seeing a beautiful fawn and his mom. I got footage of the deer back there and stuff. Um,
I would tell you that your area that you live in, it would be a hotbed for that kind of activity.
well, I don't live in the deep mountains like in Kentucky,
All right.
or even where Candace and Don is deep, big mountains. Where I'm at, it's more foothills.
Yeah.
So, mm, like my property is at the top of the mountain behind me. So, um, there's nothing. I mean, there could be. I mean, there was a bear back there, a bobcat, coyotes. I mean, we've caught a lot of things on the trail cam, but I just thought it
Oh,
was
I would
good.
have trail cam.
Well,
I
I
would have.
actually, I,
I would definitely have trail cams for
we got
sure.
and so I did one with me showing my face, and then I thought, that's probably not a good idea. Me talking because they take whatever videos I make of my face and
Yeah,
like
I know.
make fun of it. So I'm not going to be showing my face anymore for a while anyway.
Do you know what, Daisy?
Huh?
I would not show your face because then
Well, I
they
got to get my
win.
hair done. My
And
daughter's going
there's nothing wrong. Your face is beautiful. You have you're a kind
oh, thank
hearted, beautiful person, and it shows because you see that glow in you, and only good people have that glow.
oh,
Bad people
thank
don't
you,
have
Paige.
that, and I see that in you.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
beautiful because inside you're a good person,
I
so
had to
your
make
outside is beautiful too. And I don't care what they say, they can say what they want. I would rather be good on the inside than on the outside any day.
exactly. Yeah.
I am glad that I'm a kind and I save animals, and I, you
Yeah.
know, I feed the homeless. Those are things that
Beautiful.
I love doing. I love it.
Beautiful,
I
young.
really do. I really love that.
And don't
So
let anyone attack you on that part either.
yeah,
You,
yeah.
you are.
I
Uh,
don't want you to not show yourself because I find you very beautiful. I see that glow, and that's God. That's the Lord shining through you. And
oh,
don't ever be ashamed to show yourself because of people like, look at him. Look at how he looks. He sounds like a girl. When I first followed his channel, I thought it was a woman. When they told me it was a man, I was like, what? The whole time I thought it was a girl.
well, I'll tell you the one. He's not really the one that's been doing a lot of it. To me, as far as making fun of my looks, well, yeah, he has too. I take that back. I thought he did,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, because he's put me on memes and stuff like that. Oh,
yeah.
there's a lot
He
of other.
thinks it's funny. I mean, it's just childish.
It
It's
is
like
very
it's
childish.
childish. It's just
Yeah,
so. It's like get a life. Like it's
I
just
know.
not. It's just weird to me.
I don't know. Like, how are
I
you
love
going
Bigfoot
to
too, Lady R.
every?
When I was living in Sody Daisy, Chattanooga,
Uh-huh.
um, I swear to God, I always thought there was Sasquatches there because it's really like wooded there,
Uh-huh.
and it was kind of scary at night if I was there alone. It
Yeah,
was
the
kind of
woods was
scary.
getting dark when I was going into it a while ago. And I don't know, I was just mostly just goofing off. But I ran into the most beautiful deer and I took footage of that. The deer.
See, that's beautiful.
Yeah, they were back there. They wasn't too afraid of me. Not too
Mm.
bad anyway. I could have probably went on foot and got better footage of them, but they're really not afraid of the four-wheeler.
I love, I've always said I'm going to go on a Sasquatch, like
That'd be
I
so fun.
always said I'm going to go out there and look and stuff. And like Mr. Yanni, he's like, you're not going to last fight. You'll be in that car screaming for me to start. He's like, you will not handle that. I'm like, yes, I will. He's like, no, he's like, when I see a snake or anything, I always scream. And he's like, how do you jump fences and rescue pit bull dogs and with no fear at all? But you see a snake a mile away from you and you're scared, or a crocodile. I
The
said,
one
well, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Crystal's getting me used to them a little bit
The
now.
one thing, snakes don't scare me, spiders don't scare me. I've seen a lot of spiders back there, big old spiders.
Oh,
Uh,
well, Australia has,
yeah,
huge.
huge ones.
I picked the huntsmans up. Like Crystal and me know about the huntsman. They're really good in your house because they kill all the other
They
insects. So
big.
I don't try to kill them. I like them.
I'm not afraid of spiders. And I've been bit by spiders quite a bit, but those
Me
little
too.
ratty bats, oh my, where I used to work, they would get in the hallways at night because they was in the hospital. And at
Yeah,
night you would like be turn around and there'd be a bat. And like I was walking down the hall and there was one hanging upside down and I
they
backed
are pretty scary. Yeah.
I refused. And then they had a guy from security come and get it with a glove. And it had big fangs and it was biting at that glove and squalling. I said, I'm not coming out till you all get rid of them damn bats. And what it is
We
that,
have like hundreds of bats fly over our house at night.
oh, I couldn't handle that. Ugh,
Hundreds of them.
that's
I could go
scary.
out there and go,
They give
I
me
can
the
shoot.
heebie-jeebies. Have you
I'll
seen
actually
the
film
diesel
them. I'll
spiders?
film them. Yeah,
They
they
got,
fly over. Hundreds of them at night fly over my house.
oh my Lord.
But they don't. I never
Way.
found one. I've seen them on the electrical wires a couple of times.
Ooh. No,
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
hate those.
pretty scary.
There's nothing else that creeps me out like those things do. They do. Not a snake, not a spider, nothing creeps
Do
me
you
out.
think
Like
it's Do you think it's Count Dracula?
I don't know. Just to see that little thing squall and see that it's got those big long teeth and it was biting. And there was a doctor that actually tried to get one because they kept getting in the hospital and it
Yeah.
bit her and she had to go to the ER. I was like, I would have never
Oh,
grabbed
you can get rabies from that.
I don't know. Oh, yee.
No, they're pretty
Oh,
scary. They are cool. I think that
no
too,
way.
Candace. But
Huh?
I only like them when they're flying over. I'm going to film it so I can.
This is
I'll
cool.
show you. But I like it. I go out there with the torch and sing Batman songs to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
I
just
do. I do it all the time.
are creepy and crawly. Now, mice and stuff don't bother me, but damn, rats, or not
I
rats,
don't
but
like rats.
I just never
My
had it.
oldest son, had pet rats.
I used to have hamsters.
Yeah, he had guinea pigs, hamsters. I mean, you know what? His rats were called silk rats, so they were real pretty. And
Uh-huh.
I hated them when he first got them. I really hated them. And then then they grew on me. And I
Oh,
was like, they're not as ugly as the ones that are in our garden.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not allowed to kill them or nothing here. They have to go and put them right back outside and let them out. You know what they do? They come right back. And
Yeah, they
working
do.
around that environment is scary. I'm like, get rid of those darn rats. Ooh, the bats. Ooh. I like
Yeah.
they dive down and catch bugs. They do that. They sense it. I
You
just
know what I don't like? I don't like friggin' flies.
feel
I,
alive.
you know why? Because I think maggots when I say flies.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
And I like, my husband thinks I'm so weird that I scream about the flies.
Well,
He's
actually,
like, you're
maggots
you're
not
in
bad.
Australia. He's like, you pick up a huntsman, but you scream about a fly.
They actually put maggots in wounds because it eats the rotten flesh and promotes
Yeah,
healing in the wound.
it
Because
does.
I've
I
actually
know.
seen that before. Could you
I like
imagine
it
having
now.
one of them in a wound of yours? You could feel them crawling around.
Oh, no. Gross.
But they don't
Oh,
eat
what
your
about leeches? Remember they used to do the leeches?
I used to have them when I lived in Michigan as a kid and we played in the creek
Yeah.
when
But
I
what
was
about, and
little.
they used them for medical? What was it for? To bleed people? What did they use
Oh,
them
for
in
blood
medical?
flow. It promotes blood flow to that area.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But I used
I
to
remember seeing them putting them on patients and thinking I would not handle that. No
no, because
way.
that would hurt with them pulling the blood out of your leg. That would hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Because them suckers, when
Um,
I used to get them, and I don't know what it was about the creeks in Michigan. Maybe because it was so close to Lake Erie. We were very, very close to Lake Erie that we got those leeches. Because, and when I come to Kentucky, we never got leeches in the creeks and the river in Kentucky. I don't know what it is. Never.
the
And I
worst thing here is the blue bottles on the beach.
mm-hmm.
Oh my God, the bites. My kids used to get bites all the time from the blue bottles because they just come in. They're like jellyfish type
Oh,
things, and they come in and they wrap their things around your leg, and it's
oh.
horrible.
Yeah, I got out. We was in Destin, and I got out there at Crab Island.
Crystal
There's
knows. Crystal's on. Ouch, because she's in
seaweed in it,
Australia.
and I could feel little tiny stings on my leg, and I think that was jellyfish.
Yeah, they bite. They're really vicious. But
Yeah.
blue bottles, Crystal. Ouch, I know they burn. I remember getting bitten by them monsters.
What,
Like when I
jellyfish?
was, no, blue bottles. They have them here. And like Australia doesn't
Oh,
play when it comes to its insects and stuff. We have the worst insects that you've ever seen. Yeah.
really?
I mean, there's spiders that can bite you and you're dead in 10 minutes.
People on
It's
Kingington Avenue in Philly have maggots in their wounds. I seen that. from the
Ew.
red
Gross.
stuff that is heroin. Yeah, I seen that. I'll show you all a picture of it. Well, maybe I shouldn't because I might get flagged. But I've seen that where they're oh, it's so bad there.
Oh
Those
my
people,
God, I can't imagine.
they need
I
somebody to go.
can't see it. I'd vomit. I think I'd vomit if I
They're
saw that.
really not able to take care of themselves. That would be something I would volunteer to do, is to go do wound treatments on them because they need that. I know they keep on doing it, but these people are so freaking lost that they can't even take care of themselves. And I've
So they
seen
probably can handle it. Yeah.
uh, they really just need somebody to come in and clean their wounds for them and keep them, but they're just going to do it again. I seen one. I think it's a horse tranquilizer. That's a horse tranquilizer that they're using
Right,
now,
special K.
eating
Special
out
K.
their
Ketamine.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like causing extreme like I've seen a lot of wounds due to needles, like,
Yeah.
and they'll pick at it to get it infected so they can go to the doctor and get medicine for it. I've
Yeah.
seen that a lot, but these people, they're just not even able to take care of themselves. They're so far gone that
Yeah.
somebody's going to have to step in and take care of them.
I
They're
had a cousin like that.
huh?
I had a cousin like that, and he lost his leg. I mean,
Yeah,
we used to get on him all the time because he was just wouldn't have a shower. He was grubby,
yeah, yeah.
and he ended up getting gangrene in one of his feet, and he lost all the way up to his knee. They first just took his foot, and then they had to take the rest of his leg. Anyway, when I left and came back here, somebody told me that he got gangrene in the other leg and he lost both legs, and then he recently died. He just could not look after himself,
No,
wouldn't shower, wouldn't do any. He was just terrible, and we all tried to help him.
it's mental
But
people's mental
he had
health.
maggots in the wound in his foot, in his leg, because he had bad diabetes as well. So he
Yeah.
had the diabetic, like the big wound, and it
Uh-huh.
had friggin' maggots in it.
Well, one of my neighbors died last year. I didn't even know it. He was in this house for like 7 days. They had cut his water off, cut his electricity off, and it was like 100 and some degrees. And his family got looking for him. And I seen the ambulance going up there, and they went in there. And my neighbor said that he literally was a part of the floor, like he had seeped into the floor.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
I've seen that
horrible.
because I watch these crime scene cleaners. I don't know if you've ever watched that.
I've watched them.
I know, it's so bad. And
Yeah,
you see, yeah, oh my God. So, have
see,
you watched? Oh, I
the
got
heat.
that channel on my YouTube, and sometimes when there's nothing, I'll put it on, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, oh, oh.
Well, the
It's
heat. The heat is what makes a person's body swell, and then it busts open. Like all the fluids come out of that person. So whatever that person's laying on, a bed or a floor or ground, it's going to get all that, and
yeah, I've
all
seen
that
some of the
still up there
beds
in
and
that trailer.
stuff.
I would, I
Yeah,
would, I would burn that trailer up there where that
me
man
too.
was.
I would not be able to go back in it. But
Yeah,
they actually clean it up pretty good, don't they?
I
I
don't know.
was
I don't
watching
think
this.
anybody's ever went in there and did anything. I think it's still.
It's scary. I remember this one
Oh
time I was watching it, okay, and this guy had blown his head off, okay, and
gosh.
it's just in this crime scene. They didn't show you that, but they said that it was what do you call it? Gunshot. I don't know, suicide, but I don't know. Anyway, they were cleaning up the house, and I was like, how are they gonna fix that? That's bad. Like, I just was like, and they've cleaned it all up and you couldn't even see it. And then one of the guy goes, "Hold on, you missed this on the fan," and I'm like, "Ew, I don't think I could ever go into there again." But you missed this on the fan, and he pulled the. Oh, it's very bad, Daisy.
It
Very
is.
bad. Very scary. And I've
Yeah,
seen that where you were talking about the bed where they've been on the bed for like
yeah,
5 days before they were found.
exactly. Yeah.
It's oh,
Well, he
could
was.
you imagine the smell?
Wow, my neighbor said when she walked in there, she was like, "Oh my God." She said he was naked, laying there. He he should have been took care of, but they never like he. The way my neighbor talked, it was not good. It was just not good.
Can't imagine I can't imagine doing that.
Yeah.
I've
Hey,
I've been in the room before the person that has
girl.
died, and they didn't find my dad for like 5 days, I think it was as well.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what was happening there. But I knew I was calling his brothers and stuff and saying, "Have you checked on my dad? Like, he hasn't called me. Like, something's wrong."
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, yeah, he was dead." And I could feel that. I knew, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I could feel it. And they didn't go there till like the fourth day, I think it was, when they went and got him.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I would just want to be. I don't even really want to be put in a casket. Just put me in the ground, lay a little cloth down, put me in the ground, and let me go back to the ground. I don't want to
Yeah.
be. I ain't. I'd rather just be put back
Hi,
into nature.
Sav. Love you.
Hey, Rocker
Savvy.
Girl. I
And
want to
who's
show
this?
everybody what Rocker.
Savvy. Savvy. I got so much to tell you, girl, but I'll have to tell you tomorrow.
That's what Rocker Girl sent me. You guys, look. Rocker
Right.
Girl sent me that. Ain't that sweet?
That is gorgeous.
And she sent me a card, and Gail sent me a
Yeah.
card too. I wanted to show
Gail,
you.
that's gorgeous.
So
Did she
nice.
make that for you?
No, I think she bought it, but it's so cute. I love
Gorgeous.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. So sweet. And that's what makes a big difference about the people that love me over here and love us, not just me. Oh, that's a bracelet. Oh, I love it.
It's a bracelet. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
going to say, did she make it? Because that looks like like a,
so
there's
pretty.
there's a lady on YouTube that I watch. Sometimes she makes bracelets. So
Uh-huh.
that's why I asked, did she make it?
I love it.
Why
It's got
doesn't Candace come up with
keychains.
us and have a chat and
Do
be a
you?
little hen?
I don't know if she wants to come up or
She
not.
needs to come
Throw
and
me.
hen up. She needs to come and hen out with us so we
She
can go
says
cluck,
throw me
cluck,
in the
cluck.
river. She says throw me in the ocean.
That's good. I wouldn't mind going in the ocean, but I don't know if I want to be cremated.
Love it.
The reason why is because in our beliefs that you're not supposed to do that, or your soul doesn't live on. So I've always been scared of
Oh
the
wait,
thought
y'all.
of
I'm gonna show myself.
cremation.
People's gonna be. I had it on my wrist, but I showed myself, so they'll be.
Oh, nice.
But
You can show yourself, Daisy.
no,
Don't ever, ever, ever let them take that from you. You're a better person than them. You're a beautiful person because you are good inside. So that's where they're shitty. You know what I mean? You really are. I don't know why you say that about yourself. I think you're gorgeous.
no, thank you.
I love you. I think you're beautiful. I think you have
Honestly,
this really good aura, like you shine. Like you,
oh,
I don't think you
you.
see it. I don't think you see it, but I see it, and others see it because I've noticed people say that about you. Like they say, everybody must see what I see, and I
Oh,
don't think you see that, but we do. And you know what, Daisy? F them for seriously.
yeah, yeah.
Like
That's true.
really. Like
Oh,
really.
it says Daisy on it. I didn't notice it before, but it says Daisy on it.
I've seen Daisy on it.
Why am I? What's wrong with me?
Where's your glasses? Get
I
them
don't
on,
know where
girl.
I'm head. Hang on, let me see. Let me show y'all. Hang on. It says Daisy.
Do
I
not
just
touch that
noticed it.
cookie.
See? It says
What
Daisy.
cookie?
Look at me,
So
y'all.
cute.
Huh? Hang on.
Someone just said, don't touch that cookie. I'm like, I want a cookie.
That is so cute.
That is gorgeous. I
Daisy,
love it.
Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. Yeah.
And it's got the little cow print. It's
I
so,
know. And
how did
then
you get it like that?
I don't know,
How?
but it's so
Can you
cute.
get it made like that?
Must have because it says Daisy on it, and I
It's
love it.
got
I'll wear it
cow
when
on it, so it's
I
got
go
to
out.
be.
And then
Okay,
Diamond Creations
Candace, if Don's asleep, I wouldn't mind hanging
Creations
out
made
with
that
you.
for me. Look, isn't that cute? It says, uh, what does it say? Just a little moody,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cute.
Daisy on the side. Didn't she do just a good job? I use it all the time. I love it. Yeah, these people are just so.
Sav,
And then I,
Sav, I'm going to tell you, you're going to die what I show you tomorrow, girlfriend.
hey,
Sorry,
Sam.
Daisy. I'm
Oh,
going
you're
to show her something. She's not going to even believe what was going on yesterday. She doesn't even know. You, Sav, oh my God, I've got so much to tell you.
oh,
It's one of my friends that I talk to a lot. She's awesome.
is she?
But yeah, that is gorgeous. She must have got that made for you.
She
That's
must
really
have had. I love it.
that's so special.
That's so sweet. And then Gail sent me a card and she gave me $20. That was sweet of her, wasn't she?
Oh,
Sweet of
she's
her.
a real sweetie.
Yeah. I love it. I love
How are you? Sav said, how are you today?
I'm gonna make
She's
me like a
doing
little
good. You're
studio.
doing okay, aren't you, Daisy? You're
I
okay.
am. Yeah, I'm doing yeah. Yeah, I just am getting to where I ignore it. I don't even care what they say
Yeah,
anymore.
I think that's the
Yeah.
best step for all of us
Yeah.
is that we don't buy into it anymore.
No.
Because they're not worth it. They're just losers with nothing in their life but hate and
I don't think I
misery.
was that interesting.
Well, I didn't think I was that interesting either, but
I know.
apparently so. They want to talk about me in lives for days, and I don't even know these people.
Yeah.
They don't even know me. I
Yeah.
mean, they don't know my life, they don't know anything about me, and they're just presuming to say stuff that they know nothing about. So, whatever. It is what it is. But we need to just let it go and just let them live in their little hate over there.
Yeah.
And we have all these beautiful people here,
Uh-huh.
like we've got all this, Daisy. What have they got? We've got all this love. Look at it. Bolt, don't you dare start, guy. No. He's giving me the cheeky look. No. Are you going to go sit on your chair? I've already fed you 3 times today. You want to come here? Don't knock the phone. Oh, sorry, Daisy. He wants to sit on my
Okay.
lap. I just think we need to rise above it all and just ignore them because they're not worth it. They're just shitty people.
Oh yeah.
Feed me too. Candace is so sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that they're trying to get Candace on board like they got Brandy. I know. I've seen them say it. And that worries me
Thank you.
because
Girl.
look at the
Huh?
filth. Look at the filth in their chat. I really don't want Candace to be exposed to that.
Oh no, they don't. They're pretty mean over there to Miss Candace.
And they pretend they like her, and that's what really pees me off. Just say you don't like her and move on. You know what I mean? We don't have to love everybody, but leave our family here alone because we love each other. We care about each other. We don't
Yeah.
bash each other. I mean, that's their thing. It's not ours.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. I
know,
guess I'm so interesting that they have to play my live streams all the time.
it must be so boring for them to listen to women. Like, we're just talking about women's stuff, basically.
Yeah.
Like, how exciting could that be? Seriously.
Exactly. I don't
We
know.
do have love here. That's true, Brown Bear. We have love here. They don't have that. I mean, I'm glad that I'm in this chat where people love each other. That makes me happy. And we care about each other. And
Do?
that's priceless, isn't it?
Huh?
I said we love and care about each other. That's priceless. That's
Yes,
what they don't have.
that's right.
So that's it. Let them talk. Let them call us fat and ugly. It doesn't matter to me. I've got everything in life. What has he got?
You're
Nothing. What
not
have
fat
they
or
got?
ugly, either one. Now, I'm a big mama. I ain't denying that. I ain't never denied being a big
No,
mama.
you haven't. And there's nothing wrong with
Okay,
that,
I'm losing weight.
Betsy. But
Mhm.
you're a good person. And when you're a good person and inside you're good, it's not about, outside looks are so nothing when it comes to how your heart and soul operate. You know what I mean? Stop it,
In
mummy.
fact, me and Jinkies calls each other Big Mama.
Always from the
I call her
start.
Big Mama. She calls me Big Mama. We're big mamas.
Yeah.
It
But you're
don't.
not going to sit on mummy. You're too heavy. You're
But
70
now,
kilos.
Yana, you're beautiful and you are not heavy. Now, I am heavy. I'm not a small
Oh, I'm
person.
chunky or
I
fluffy.
used
That's what
to
my
be.
husband calls me fluffy. But I
But
mean, I'm only small. He calls me fluffy. He says, I like you being fluffy.
yeah,
And he will never say fat or any of that. He always says fluffy.
yeah.
Because I'm his fluffy wife.
Yeah. I
But
know.
he doesn't want me to be a skinny little rake. I mean, he might go to the gym and do what he does, and my daughter as well. But
Uh-huh.
he doesn't want me to do it. Like he wants me healthy, but he
Yeah,
doesn't want me to be like my daughter. Like
yeah.
he doesn't. He said, he just told me. I started going to the gym, and he's like, I don't really want you to do that. And I'm like, why? It's healthy. And he's like, I don't want you to get all skinny. I'm like, that's weird because he's so into fitness and then he doesn't, it's weird. Anyway,
Mm. Yeah, more
I
cushion.
personally don't care what they say about me. I know me. So does Jesus. That's
Yeah.
true, Candace. And we know you, Candace. We know you. And
Mm.
we care about you. So it doesn't matter what they say about you because we got you, girl. That's the main thing, isn't it?
I'm worried
We,
about that Sasquatch in the back of the yard.
I want to go catch it. I want to come
Post
there and
that
look
video.
for it. I want
Huh?
to go bang on. What you do is you bang on the trees, like you get a stick and you bang on the trees. Do you know how to call them out?
No.
That's how you do it.
I
You
could
got to
see.
get a stick, like a thick stick, and bang on the tree.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes, like, because this guy that on Netflix, I think it was,
Uh-huh.
and he was able to communicate with them by doing that.
I don't know so much.
He has the best footage ever of them caught.
I don't know if I believe in Sasquatch or if I'm just doing it for fun. I mean, there could be like a giant man out there somewhere that's hairy because the Bible talks about men that's wolf like
Yeah,
looking,
I know.
you know. But
Navy
uh,
believes that too.
you never know. They could still be out there, giants, but
I believe it. The Nephilim. Remember the stories of the Nephilim?
Oh yeah, the Nephilims. Yeah, absolutely.
And I've got a son that's 6'6", and
Uh-huh.
it's a trait that throws back in my family where there were really tall men that were like near 7 foot and stuff in
Oh
nature,
yeah.
but
Well,
it's
Goliath was
in
12
native
foot.
thing.
It says in the Bible he was 12 foot and had 6 fingers.
Yeah.
Uh, but King David, he not only killed Goliath, but he killed all of Goliath's whole family.
Didn't he go and set fire in the front of the cave and they all died?
I
That's
forget
what
how he fought in
yeah,
war.
he did. So what he did is he chased them all into the cave and he lit the fire from the start of the cave and they all died.
Could be. I
So
know that he beheaded Goliath after he
Goliath,
with
yeah.
the rock, but he killed before he became king. Though he had fought bears and lions and actually done away with them over his sheep. Like he was a shepherd in the field, so he would wrestle them and fight them and kill them. So he was a. I mean, you think about how massive he was. He was a massive man. I bet
Yeah.
men then were just ferocious,
Well,
brutal.
what about the skulls that they found, like near Mexico, Texas? Those huge skulls,
Yeah.
huge, like
Well,
huge,
yeah, they
and
found
they found them.
evidence of Nephilim everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then they found a cave where they found this skulls and bones of like 12 of
Uh-huh.
them. So
Yeah.
there's that. But I remember when I was in Israel, say I was pregnant with my daughter, and I didn't know I was pregnant, and I started to get sick and vomit and stuff, and then I found out I was pregnant over there, and I remember saying, "Well, I'm here in the Holy Land. Don't let me have another boy." I said that. I was so
Your
stupid.
daughter?
I was like, "I've got 2 boys. I want a daughter."
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
And I was like, I need a daughter, just one, just God, give me one daughter, please. And then
Oh,
I found out I had a daughter. And it's unheard of in my family because they always have same sex children.
oh, wow. So you got your
So how weird is that? And like I was talking to Sailor today about the experiences of the things that I seen when I was over there. And
yeah,
like standing at the Jordan River watching because I was just so like there to watch and
yeah.
think that John the Baptist from the Bible
Yes.
bloodline are still doing that there. Like
They are
or,
on the Baptist.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That's his family that still do that thousands of years later.
Wow. That's
How amazing is that?
amazing.
So I went there to look and watch. That's all I went there to do. I had no plans of getting in that damn water. I did not.
Wow.
And this man walks up to me and he holds my both hands and I remember he had a big hand and he held my both hands like that. And
Uh-huh.
he said, you just have to walk up there and get the robe because you wear this white robe that I
Yeah.
think they do it with people in their clothes now. But back then you had to get this white robe. So I went and got it, came back, and I got in that water. But I had no intentions of doing that, but something made me do that.
Oh.
And I told Sailor about this man that went in before me. And when he went down in the water, I saw all these weird, like, orbs fly out of him.
Wow.
Like, I think it was like the evil coming out of that
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't see it with anyone else, but him I did. And I was like, what the hell is that? It looked like, when like fireworks go off and they
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
yeah, like that. And it was just sudden, like, I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but I did. And I just think that man was getting rid of his evil. I think that was the evil
Probably.
thing.
Could you
Yeah,
imagine being baptized in the? You are so lucky. Do you know what I would get to
yeah,
do? Be able to be baptized in the Jordan River.
I know.
Candace just
Um,
showed me a thing of a giant in
what?
police officer in Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
Big was he?
Nephilim.
Uh, from 1872 to 1926 was the America's largest police officer. He was born Andrea Anderson in Sweden, but when he came to Grantesburg, he stood 7.5 feet tall and weighed 360 pounds. Wow,
Wow, big.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool
But
bean.
yeah, I was really lucky to have that experience. But I also think it was like a divine intervention kind of thing that happened for
Mm,
me to be there and to go through what I did.
yeah.
Um, I really think that that was
I,
something higher out of something else that made me be in that position. I still to this day believe that.
I would just, oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine just being there where Jesus was, where he walked, oh my, I
Oh,
just, I would cry my eyes out. I know I
I
would.
mean, now when I got home and I developed the pictures, and I think I had 7 rolls of film.
Uh
I
huh.
took photos of everything, and I remember seeing that picture,
Uh-huh.
and my boss, who was like a friend to me, like family in the end, and
Mhm.
she said, "Remember when I tricked you to walk there?" And I was like, "That wasn't funny at all." But I think in a way that was what I was meant to do because some sort of something came
You
with
could
me
actually
when I
see the blood stain on the
I
ground.
know you can see it. You can actually, because you know that because it had a post there, like this pillar, and he
Mhm.
was chained to the pillar, and they removed the pillar, and the blood you can still see it you can still see it in the ground. It's unbelievable to see
Wow.
after all those years, and they have done something with those few tiles. It's
Uh,
got like a gloss over the top, like they've sealed the blood in it, and you can see it in there. It's
wow.
there. It's there. But they got this like sealant over it, so it's probably to keep it there. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I know.
only on those tiles. Everywhere else it was a different color.
Oh, I would just probably lay there and cry on those
I
tiles.
know it's pretty scary. I mean, to think that so the synagogue when he finally died on the cross, the
Mhm.
synagogue smashed apart.
I know.
And did you
It's
see the old ruins where I was standing in the background? And
yeah.
you could see the steps. Well, that was the old synagogue that was there. And
Wow.
inside there, because that used to be a synagogue, and now it's like an altar where you go and you pray. And you see where I was putting the candles? That
Yes.
was at the altar. And the altar's big and silver. It's all made of like pure silver. It's very
Wow.
bright and shiny, and it's in there. And people take pilgrimages there to go see that. And that's where he walked with his cross out there and up through those things. And I did that walk as well. It
Wow.
was it was such a long way. It's overwhelming to think that he walked all that way.
Well, he was preparing himself all of his life. He was strong. He was a
Yeah,
strong man. I mean, that's all he did was walk and travel. He
yeah.
traveled. I ran into this homeless woman once, and I was telling her about Jesus, and she said he was a traveler like me. I said he was, and
Mm.
that was really cool that she, you know.
Even on this, even a homeless person has Jesus in their life. You know, it's
Our heart.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, he
You know,
was.
that's what we've got to remember, that we have that in us, all of us here,
Mm-hmm.
all of us. And we are strong because we have love and compassion that some
Mm-hmm.
people lack and they don't have it. We do have it.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to let them know that we aren't going to break over their little childish crap anymore. We are done, and we're here in love and care and compassion. And we're not over there in that cesspool of hate, you know?
Yeah. So unhealthy for you.
So unhealthy. And we need to remove ourselves from it because it's bringing all of us down. And the only thing we got is the strength of the friendship that we have on this channel. And
Yeah.
we do have it. We have it here, Daisy. We have it.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Community
Yeah.
and family. Yes. And that's
I
all
got
I
to
need.
see, she said he was a carpenter. I got to see a table that Jesus built and half a chair.
What?
They had it, yeah, because they
Have
in the
it?
museum, they have one of his tables and he unfinished chair.
Oh
But you
wow.
can't touch it or anything that's behind all the glass, but that's overwhelming too.
Yeah, but can you imagine just touching it?
I wanted to,
I
but you
know.
can't. I mean, it's just they don't want you to touch it. So
Wow. I know. Well, only the high
Sav said
priest.
Sav wants to come and hang out with us. But you're
Who?
going to go to bed soon, aren't you?
Uh, mm, Not too long.
No?
I'll be up here a while probably. But if I put that link out, you know what's going to happen, don't
No,
you?
you need to send you can send it to me and I can send it to her.
Okay, I sent it to you. It's the same link.
Okay, I can give it to
I
her.
sent
That'll
you.
be safe. Hold on. I'll
Okay.
give it to her. She's on. I'm going to send you the link, Sav.
Because he'll. Uh-oh, she just went down. I love hearing about Jesus on the cross and love hearing about Israel. I would love to go to Israel. That's the place that, if any place in the whole world I could go, it would be there. To the Holy Land, City of David, the Garden of Yosemite. There. She'll be back, you all. She's just grabbing a link right now and she's sending that link. Y'all stay tuned for that Sasquatch video I'm gonna put out.
Okay, I sent the link to Sav.
Okay.
She's really good to come. You'll love Sav. She's really smart and intelligent. She's just
Oh,
she's really cool.
okay.
You know, she's so talented the way she decorate, like the way she done her home and done it all herself. She's got
Uh-huh.
some skills, that girl.
Oh yeah.
She's this, you know, like I said, look, we've got such amazing people. We really do.
We do.
We really have great people. And
Oh
we've
yeah.
got to just stay happy the way we are and just not let them get to us anymore because it's not worth it.
Hey,
And
Cat
it's
in the
just
chat. We got new people coming in. Cat in the chat. Hello, hello.
cat in the
Um,
chat. Good morning, Daisy,
some of
Can,
these
Yanni.
names I just
Hello.
love. I love
Well, it's
people.
good if they're nice, you know, because I've never had to be angry like I've had to be in the last week here.
I know, me too. The anger, oh, it's not
The
healthy.
anger and frustration, and it's really not worth it. Hey,
No.
Sav.
Hey,
Hey,
Sal.
Yanni, darling. Hi, Miss Daisy. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Just wanted to come up and say hello.
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 Another little Aussie.
Another Aussie. We're taking over.
Yeah, we're taking over. We're taking over Miss Daisy's channel.
That's okay.
Just
No, we've
toss us
got
all a wrench.
Crystal. We've got Crystal. Who else have we got that's Australian? Sama too. Who else?
Summer
I don't
Watson.
know. I know a few, but I forget. I know Sama, Crystal.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're in full force now.
Isn't that amazing that we're so far away yet so close through
We're
you?
right here, I know. And like I talk to you a lot, Daisy. I mean, you know,
I know, you really
I
do.
message you all the time.
Yeah,
And
you're on speed dial, Daisy.
she's
Yep.
on my speed dial.
Yes.
If I've got to tell her something, he's Crystal. Crystal. She's an Aussie too.
Hey, Chris, listening and cooking.
She's my snake. She's gonna teach Mr. Yanni about snakes and stuff because he loves all that stuff. But I don't know.
Snakes. I can teach you about snakes.
Yeah, no. Yuck. I don't know. I might get used to them eventually.
I only handle the non-venomous little baby ones.
Are they all right? I don't know.
Yeah, children's pythons are great. They give good
I've
hand massages.
I've touched them because remember we had those rainforest cafes years ago,
Oh, yes.
and they used to walk
I forget
around
where
with
they
a
were.
snake. I've touched them.
Oh, wow.
I've
Well,
never
they're-
held them.
Pythons are invasive over here in the States, in Florida. Like, I think they pay people to catch them. Pythons.
Do you know there was one that I saw in Florida, now that you say it? So the snake had swallowed like an animal, like a cat or a dog, I can't remember. And you could see it in its stomach.
I think it was a deer. Wasn't it a deer? A whole
It could
deer?
have been a deer. It was something like big.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it was a deer now that you come. And didn't they cut it out and it survived? Is that the one?
The one I seen it was not alive anymore.
I think there was one that I saw where it wasn't alive and one where they cut it quickly out of the snake and it survived. I think it was a dog or someone's cat or something and they killed it to get there. And the cat animal survived.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
They cut it open really quickly and the animal survived actually.
Yeah,
Oh.
you'd have to be super fast because, like, do you remember that? Oh, it was a while back now. There was this bloke who was, he was like suiting himself up to get swallowed by a massive anaconda.
Oh, I've seen that. Yes.
And apparently he got halfway down or something and then chickened out.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Who would? That is crazy. Do they not know that there's acids and everything in that stomach?
But
That's
after
scary.
the time he gets swallowed, a couple of feet down, he'll have every bone in his body crushed.
Exactly.
They crush
Yeah.
that. That's what they do. They crush. So
Oh yeah.
So these people that I think the snake was in their yard and I could have been a dog or a cat, I can't remember. But they cut it out and the animal survived. I don't know how it would be. I would be too scared to do that. I'd be just screaming.
I would never want to be swallowed by a snake. That'd be horrible. Could you imagine?
You know, in India, that little girl that sleeps with the snake, have you seen that? Where she actually sleeps with this huge python.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah, they size
know,
you
I
up and
don't
they
think
straighten themselves out.
I don't think I'd risk my child.
No, I wouldn't, because you never know. They're wild animals. You never know. Turn.
Lola, stop.
One of my friends actually works for the World Health Organization in snake bite awareness in underdeveloped countries, and quite often is in, flying in and out of Qatar, Dubai, into places like the Congo and that.
Yeah.
And he's an Aussie. And he's handled every deadly snake in the world.
Of course. Aussie men from the outback just don't get scared, do they? They just don't get scared.
This guy grew up with
them.
them.
They'll see an alligator and go, there's an alligator. Like, they're not,
Yeah.
That's what Australian, like, outback types are, aren't they, Sab? They're like,
They
yeah.
just take out a Stockman's whip, mate, and they just like snap the head off it. You know?
Yeah.
I remember when I was in New York when I was like 20 something, and we were at my auntie's house. That's now my house there. And this snake was on, like, coming up near the house, and she just walked over and casually picked it up,
Uh-huh.
walked over, and she goes, "Do you want to eat it?" And we're like, ah! Screaming.
A snake?
She picked it up with her freaking bare hands. I nearly died. And
I
she
thought-
was saying, "Do we want to eat it?" They were going to cook it. Yeah, they cook snakes and eat it. Maybe.
Apparently, they taste like chicken.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't want to know.
I guess if
I
you
say-
got hungry enough.
I say apparently because Sav won't go there.
I won't go there after that. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
They say possum tastes like chicken too. Possum.
Sav will eat a
They
rabbit.
say everything tastes like chicken. And I don't buy it for a minute. I just
don't
don't.
either.
No.
I'm not going to eat no possum. No.
And I
Me
don't eat kangaroos either, by the way.
Oh, no.
We
That's
do
too.
not eat the national symbol.
Well,
I've never seen
tell
a kangaroo.
Mr. Yanni that tomorrow because he did it. He's like, I need to try it.
What?
So he has eaten. He has
Tried
eaten it. He has eaten it a few times.
Kangaroo?
Yeah, it's very lean, mate. You can overcook it in 10 seconds flat.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no fat on it. Not
I
like a
don't
good
do it.
cow.
Oh, but that's the best part.
Emu is my
Oh,
favorite red meat toaster oven.
The fat's what gives
Emu.
it flavor.
I didn't even know you could eat an
Exactly.
emu.
I wouldn't
What,
eat an emu
emu?
either. Too tough.
Oh, no. No.
We bought a half a cow off my neighbor, and it had a lot of fat and grizzle in it, and I didn't like it at all. But my other neighbor, he gave us some Angus beef, and man, it was tender,
Yum,
so good.
yum.
was.
Yum.
And I think the difference is that my other neighbor fed his grain a little bit, and those were just grass beef only,
You know the best part of a cow
what?
is the beef cheeks. Slow cooked beef cheeks, red wine, rosemary, brown sugar, some other herbs,
Ah,
onion, garlic, and you slow cook it in a cast iron Dutch oven for a few hours.
wow. We didn't even get nothing like that. We got some steaks and some hamburger meat, but other than that, we really didn't get any. I feel like that we kind of got gem winged a little bit on the meat. It was almost like it wasn't fresh meat. Like they had give us old meat and kept the part. I don't think my neighbor did it. I think the butcher did it. Like it wasn't good meat at all. Like it was, to me, it was like, it didn't look fresh. I don't know.
You'd know.
Yeah.
You got freshens.
You got to watch because not only will they take the bones, and I mean, they're making a profit off of a cow that because they take the bones, the tail, the hide and everything, and they sell it. And what are you getting out of it? Just the meat. That's it.
Yeah, well, these days over here, Daisy, we expect a good steak on the plate when they serve it because of the price.
Oh, yeah.
For a Scotch fillet, you're looking at $44 to $48 cooked
Wow.
in a pub.
Wow.
And that's expensive. It really is.
It is expensive. I look at my bull Benny, and I think, how many steaks would I know it sounds bad, but daggone, he's massive. I could live for 2 years off of him. And I hate to think that, but he's got a lot of meat on him. And we got 2 Angus bull calves. And I don't know if we could eat them or not.
Are you going to breed them?
One of them we are going to breed, but the other one, where I don't know what we're going to do with him. He was given to us, and it's hard to bottle feed them and then try to eat them. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't name them.
Well, we've already named him, and we've had him since he was a newborn. I mean, the day he was born, we got him. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're just taking it day by day because I just hate to. We got to get rid of some bull calves.
How old are they now?
Well, Daisy's baby is like 3 or 4 months old, and then Whiskey's over a year. He's a Holstein, and Baby G was born in December of last year, so he's about 9 to 10 months old. And then Milky was just born a couple months ago, so he's just a couple months old. There's Johnny back.
Sorry.
That's cool when they get born, isn't
I
it?
just knocked myself off, I think.
Oh,
Hold on, now I'm echoing. Am I echoing?
no. No, you're good.
I'm surprised I
Okay.
haven't knocked myself off. It usually happens quite regularly. Panels.
Me
My
too.
internet connection usually sucks, so we're having a good one now.
Yeah.
I think you're really lucky, Daisy, that you've got so many nice things around you, like animals, and that they really do have a good effect on you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I actually bought meat chickens, the big white-breasted, broad-breasted ones for meat purposes. I couldn't do it. Like them two big old white turkeys, them are actually meat turkeys that I had out on my video. They're actually meat turkeys, but I don't think I could eat them.
No, I'd like to put in 4 chooks in my backyard so I can have eggs, because the price of eggs is ridiculous.
Oh, yes, the price of eggs is bad. And in the spring, I'm going to have so many because where I've got all those, where the I Want Heart to Touch sent me all those chickens. I've got so many hens now that I'm going to have so many eggs. Many. And fresh eggs are so much better than store-bought eggs. They're just.
What do you feed your chickens?
They free range, and
Yeah.
husband puts them up in the evening. My grandson with sweet feed, but they free range during the day. They're out.
I've seen YouTubes where people cook up beans and pasta to feed
Now
the
they
chickens.
will eat some scraps that we have. If we throw out like something like that, they'll eat it. But they usually just got the whole entire farm, and they eat bugs and worms, and they get all that healthy stuff that they're supposed to get, and that's why they're so happy and stuff, because they get all that nutrition. You know, back in the spring, you can buy layers pellets, and the people were buying layers pellets for their hens because they were in coops, and the hens stopped laying. So they let them out to free range, and they started laying again. And they figured out that they did something with that feed to make them stop laying, so people would have to go out and buy eggs. And they started letting their chickens free range again, and their chickens started laying eggs again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to have happy chookers.
Yes.
I eat egg or cheese, but not meat.
You don't eat meat?
No.
I'll take yours.
Me too.
I can't because I rescue animals. So I can't do it.
Oh my gosh, a good piece of steak right now would be so good.
Nice
I have to cook that stuff.
caramelized onion, some mashed potato,
I love that.
Oh,
See,
good.
I could,
some
my
fresh
favorite
broccoli.
thing is potato, sweet potato, peas, broccoli mixed all together. Love it.
Yeah.
Jack Daniel's sauce.
Everyone's echoing. I'm going to have to come out and come back. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever tried Jack Daniel's sauce, Daisy?
I haven't. I like subs and I like Sweet Baby Ray's, but I've never tried Jack Daniel's sauce.
It's actually a sweet flavour because I do put pineapple juice in it.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is good. It's actually quite addictive.
Oh yeah. That sounds like a really good sauce. I'll tell you what, the best sauce to me is Subs. It's expensive, but oh, I don't know, just something about it's so good.
I just make my own.
But I've never tried Jack Daniels before, so
Yeah. I'll have to make some up, I think.
I don't even know. Like my daughter eats filet mignon, but I don't think I've ever ate filet mignon before. If I have, I didn't know I was eating it because it's expensive.
Well, usually, like the mignon is like the center of the eye fillet, so it usually includes a good eye fillet. Will usually include like the Scotch part of it as well. But
Uh-huh.
over here, sometimes we can get from the supermarket. It's not cheap. Very thinly sliced Scotch fillet to make a very good steak sandwich,
Ooh, that sounds good.
and
Yeah.
you can bite it, and you don't have to wrestle with it to actually eat it. It will just bite off.
Oh wow. Mm-mm. You
Very
know,
buttery.
if you soak deer meat in oyster shear sauce for a couple days, you let it marinate. Uh, Candace said I made fried chicken and last night for supper. I know she was so full she's going to sleep on me last night. Her
Candace, send us a Addie. We'll be right over to eat fried chicken with you.
she
Sounds
she feeds Don good. She feeds him spaghetti and goulash and all kinds of good food.
yeah. There's nothing like being a good cook in the kitchen, is there?
Yeah. And but I forgot what I was gonna say. My mind's gone. But I love me some good meat. I like chicken a lot. We eat a lot of chicken, pork. I don't know if y'all eat pork over there or not.
Yeah, we do. I haven't been a great lover of pork until like my mum was always like, we don't really eat much pork because it's not a very clean meat.
I know.
But a little bit lately, I've been wanting to eat some pork. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's good meat. I swear, I know it's not clean, but daggone, it's good.
but I'll tell you
Salt.
what, if the pork is coming from somewhere that you know, like your own pig kind of thing that you've raised for
Yeah.
meat, then it's kind of different than going through other places where you don't know.
Yeah.
Like the main reason is that butchers that I've been in contact with over the years have said that. I said, well, what's pork like these days? And because apparently, if they graze their arm on the skin, they would
Mhm.
end up with infections from it, just from that. So it has to be cooked very well.
Yeah. Yeah, I've eaten it all my life. All my
Mm.
life since I was a child. I've ate pork, but I know it's not a clean meat. One thing I don't think I could ever eat would be bat or monkey.
Oh,
I don't think I could.
no. I don't think that's on my menu either.
Mm-mm. Because that's where you start getting diseases and stuff like that,
Don't know where those are coming from.
Yeah.
Big risks.
But yeah, I love being out on the farm with the animals. I love just being out there with them, and they're just so silly and just cute, and they don't
Well, they
judge
can,
you, and they're not mean. Well, they're mean.
well, they can definitely be amusing, that's for sure.
I know they are. They're a handful, and they surround me. And well, I've hatched most of them.
Have you got any horses?
No, that's one thing we don't have is horses. I could have had horses, but I just it's expensive already just to have goats and cows. I don't know if I could take on a horse. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they bottomless pits really.
Yeah. I
Do you
bought
do you milk your goats and turn it into cheeses and things like that?
I've thought about it, but I thought about if I could get We got to get one of those things to get Daisy's head in to where you can milk her. And where Benny, my bull, is so rough right now, I'd be afraid to get in there and try to milk her because she still produces a lot of milk. But I would love to at least get enough milk to make butter. I'd love to make homemade butter from her milk. I don't.
Homemade butter is the best. I remember when my grandfather had a cow and it was a milking cow.
Uh,
And when you're a kid, you kind of like, okay, that's the milk. It's come straight from the cow.
uh,
And you kind of want to go, oh, but I only want bought milk, kind of thing when you're a kid like that. Then when you get older, you're kind of thinking, well, I really didn't get how good it was
yeah,
when you're
yeah,
a kid, having those things straight from, right
before,
there. And then we would pasteurize the milk ourselves and stuff. And he
yeah,
had a slow combustion stove, so he didn't have an electric stove. It was a wood stove. So
yeah,
everything that came out of that wood stove had
mhm,
so much flavour in it. So I mean, if he did like
yeah.
those lamb neck chops in the morning for breakfast, that was the kind of thing. And then the toast, you'd open the firebox door and put the bread on a fork and
Uh-huh.
poke it into the firebox, kind of to toast the toast, right?
Oh man,
Now,
that sounds good.
so much flavour in those sorts of things, that you
Yeah.
don't kind of get. So when and then even vegetables, he was like so clever at like growing his own veggies, like carrots, onions, the whole bit.
Oh
The only
yeah.
thing he ever went to town for was like, some meat, maybe, and then the chickens up the back. He had chickens up the back, so there was always fresh eggs.
Oh yeah. We used to have to go collect them all the time from my grandma, and then my grandpa um would cut the chickens' heads off, the roosters, and they'd run around.
Yeah,
And
we did that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'd had to clean them out, and we'd have to clean the innards out of them for my grandma to be able to cook them. And I think that's one of the reasons why seeing blood and stuff doesn't bother me because I was used to it when I was a kid helping clean the chickens out and stuff, and that's why I've always loved the farm life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think kids today are brought up too soft. I never had to clean the
No.
chickens or anything like that, but kids back in the day
Mhm.
were taught skills,
Oh yeah. Well,
and it didn't matter really what age you were. There was always something, no matter how small you were, that you could do, like even handing mum the pegs while she put the washing on the line. You know,
yeah.
just
Well,
little things you can do as you get older. And that.
well, when the granddaughters come over and stuff, um, they love checking on going and collecting chicken eggs. They love it. They just think it's awesome that they can go collect a chicken egg. There's Johnny back.
Yeah, I just don't like roosters. I got
I
chased.
don't like geese.
Oh, I got
Geese.
them.
Oh my God, these geese used to chase me. I was terrified of them. When we were in Sody Daisy and she had geese and all that. Oh my God, this one geese would chase after me. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
And
Well, they will.
she said because they can smell like a pheromone from a woman, so they do that. And
Uh-huh.
she said, yeah, they do that to some women because we have a certain pheromone or something, she was saying. It was a male or whatever,
Uh-huh.
duck
Wow.
or goose or whatever you call them. And it used to chase after me. It was horrible. I hated that thing. It was a scary, and I don't get scared easily. And I was like, oh, I'm scared of this freaking goose. It was a huge, big, fat thing,
Yeah.
So I was like scared. It used to chase me all the time.
Yeah, they can be
Scared.
intimidating.
So it
I
bit
got
me.
a whole
I had blood. come in it, Bip.
Well, when you get used to them, you can grab them before they get you. I have to do Goosandra that way a lot. Because in the
Do
spring
you?
breeding season, they get really, really, really bad about flogging you and stuff. But I'm just so used to it that we know not to go around Goosandra. And like, she knows her limits with me because I will, if she comes after me, I'll grab her and stop her from getting to me. But I've been pinched before and it's like a blood blister, man. Then they get you.
Yeah. I got bitten and I like had blood blister. Yeah, that's what I had. It was a
Ouch.
scary thing and it was so big and I didn't want to kick it or, be mean. So I didn't want to hurt it back. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No,
So
you just
I did.
gotta grab them and stop them from grabbing you. That's all.
Yeah.
Just stop them. But now a wild goose, they'll fly at you. They like I had a mallard at Dollywood one time. We was at Dollywood and she had a bunch of babies that were getting ready to fall through a vent, and I was trying to get them up off the thing for her, and she flew and grabbed my jacket and was on my back. Yeah.
Wow.
So I just
Yeah,
left
they
her.
can jump, can't they? They can jump.
Oh, mallards can fly. They
Yeah,
not
they
Oh,
mine.
mallards. Yeah.
Yeah, mine can fly to a certain extent, but wild mallards, they can fly, and mine
Yeah,
could
these ones couldn't fly. So I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, my mallards that I've raised and hatched them, and their mommy hatched them too. Some of them, they don't try to fly off or anything. But now, if something gets after them, they'll fly away, like fly from them. Both
Yeah.
my guineas did good, but they could fly. Guineas can fly. Them little
The
suckers.
only mallards I've got are ceramic ones that you put on the wall from the
I've got
they're
those
retros.
I got a
I
bunch
got
of
mine from those secondhand stores up in the country because we
I
used to drive
inherited mine.
up there, and I used to collect all the antique stuff, the pears pictures and all the, what I'm talking about. All the
Yeah.
old. Yeah, I got all
Yeah.
those.
I've
Yeah.
got my grandfather's ones, and then I've found more on the internet, and then I didn't find any more. They're actually like worth something. They're not ugly looking. They're the nice green ones with the nice colours on them.
Oh,
Yeah, they have
I'm
that
hoping to
green
put them
in
back up on my walls now.
oh.
I think so. I don't think you would sell them. They're sentimental.
I got
Yeah, I'm
cats
too sentimental.
in my house.
I'm
What?
too sentimental. I've got to start culling.
Yeah, you've got a lot of stuff left over, right?
Oh yeah, I inherited stuff from my grandfather, stuff from my mother.
Yeah, so did I. My grandfather's house, I got, you know,
I mean, what do you
um,
do? What do you do with your grandfather's accordion that I don't know how to play? He'd never let us play it. Honestly. I mean, it's a beautiful instrument and everything, but he would never let us kids play with it. It was like very sacred, you know.
But you know that's their accordions are played a lot in Mexico. They're really into that stuff.
I wouldn't
It's
even know how old it is.
It's a very cultural instrument they use there.
Well, this one's just a button one, you know. So I don't even know how old it is. It's probably like, well, he was 91 when he died, and he had it when I was a kid. So it's well over 50 or 60 years old.
Hmm.
They actually sound great when they played by a professional person.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Anyway, so I think, you know what, Daisy, out of everything that we went through today and all the craziness,
Mm-hmm.
this has been a good live. It's been
It
positive.
has.
We,
Oh, so much
you know,
craziness
we
in YouTube
banded
world today.
together. We're not bothering about the hate anymore because it doesn't really matter. That's their thing. It's not ours. And I love that. I love that we have done this today
Yeah.
and not even thought of them and just dismiss it. And I think that's what we all need to do from here on. We
I
need to move on, talk about true crime. Let's just go. Let's just do
Yeah.
it.
I think the
Well-
whole of YouTube needs to move on.
They do.
I mean, there's so much hate. I was saying about Grandma Sherry, not our Sherry, but you know that
Grandma
one.
Sherry, she's such a
Yeah, I
lovely
mean,
lady.
they were being mean to her even. So I mean, it's a cesspool of hate and just horrible, wicked, evil people.
Yes. And they
Like,
are.
did you see what happened? Did you see what Deets did?
Who?
No, what did she do?
Deets on the streets. She went. I'm just trying to think of the order. So someone was live, and then I think Nanya was live, and then Deets went live at the same time. Kathy P went live.
And they were
And-
fighting too.
No, they weren't. They weren't. But Deets is like, she was crying and putting it out there that she's going to put her channel aside till next year now. So then after that, Queen Bee was live. I apologise for what she said about Deets. Then after that, Glara went live.
Oh no, I can't go to all them places. I do occasionally, but yeah, no.
I did because they weren't very long, but the thing was that, like, I really feel for Deets because Deets doesn't open her mouth about anyone at all.
She
And-
kind of did about Daisy, but
I wasn't there for that, so I can't vouch for it.
yeah,
But,
well, she did, and I went
yeah.
straight in there and said something to her because I was always there, and I was really disappointed that she jumped on that bandwagon. So I let her know
yeah.
how disappointed I was
mean,
about that.
The lives that I've been to of hers have been quite interesting, you know, subject matter and that, where she's
Usually,
Yeah.
but when she went after Daisy, she lost me. That's where I
Yeah.
just said, you know,
well,
I love her. I think she's a really good girl and a good creator, but she shouldn't have done that at all.
yeah. Well,
Easy to jump on the hate train if you don't go in and find out for yourself. And I think a lot of people just generally don't go in and find out for themselves before.
Well, the
do
thing was, Daisy, about it, and the reason why I said what I said to her was that she's usually the last person to jump on a bandwagon. So I was really disappointed about that. But, you know, it's just one thing. And I guess they hyped it up to look worse than it was.
Yeah.
And she fell for it. And that surprised me because she's usually not that.
a lot smarter than
kind
that.
Yeah. So,
Like-
you know, I went straight on her messages and I just said, like, I've followed you since she's had her channel.
Mhm.
And this is really disappointing. And just let her know how I felt.
Mhm.
I wasn't hateful. I wasn't mean. I just said I'm disappointed that you wouldn't get the whole story
Mhm.
before saying what you said.
Yeah,
And
everybody thinks that the Brandy thing that between Dawn and Brandy is put in private, but it's not. I'll put it out there for everybody to be able to
but
see.
Daisy, I mean, I listened to it. I was scared to listen to it at first. I was like, I don't, because you know me and Brandy have spoken, and you
Oh, yeah.
know I've always put Michael's pictures out, and I've always been a huge supporter of Brandy. So
Yeah.
I didn't even want to see it at first. So it took me a few days before I actually said, you know what, I'm gonna watch it.
Uh-huh.
And I really thought it was going to be bad, like
Yeah.
out of control. And I just didn't find it like that at
No.
all. I just found it was adults disagreeing with each other. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's a part of life.
Yes.
It is. It's a part of life. I argued with you, Daisy. We've had fights. Me and
Yeah.
you haven't had a fight, Sat. And I haven't had many. I'm not a type of girl that fights with people unless
That's
they
because
really
we
push.
agree all the time.
And you know what? I just agree to disagree and move on. And that's what I did with Deets. I just said, look, I disagree with what you've done here. You don't know the whole story, and I do, and that's it. And I left it at that.
And
Yeah.
that's what goes on with so many places on YouTube. You know, I go, you know, around places just to see what's going on. Sometimes I don't even comment, you know,
I
because
don't comment a lot. I
Yeah.
hardly, yeah.
But
There's
they
only a few
completely
I do comment.
yeah, but they completely lose sight
Mhm.
of what's important out there. Like if you're advocating, like I mean, Daisy does a really good job when she's
does.
talking with Can and that and how open she is with people being on her panels and stuff. And I really
Yeah.
think there are people that take total advantage of, you know, her generosity and nicety and everything like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it's really wrong that these other people don't like another channel so much because they got something that they don't have or whatever.
Or
But they're
something.
completely inserting
I don't
themselves
know
into.
what their fascination is with Daisy. I haven't figured it out yet. Daisy, I haven't.
Well,
I
I can
haven't.
tell you what it is. I can tell you what it is. It's because she has an easygoing personality and she's kind to everyone, no matter who it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And, you know, they think she's an easy target. But
Yeah.
she's not an easy target, that's for sure.
Mm-mm.
And in all
Oh no,
fairness,
she's
you know,
crazy. Daisy isn't a Daisy's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She can go oh she can hold her own, I can tell you that she can. She really can.
but being able to like allow people to come up on your panel and say their piece, kind of thing, that's a real art. And
Yeah.
you know, don't try not to lose that, Daisy, because from what I've seen you do in that sense, I think it's good to give people a voice or a platform to speak on. And you know, there's not a lot of safe places out there for there are certain people who need that voice, you know, and in this case, it's obviously Can and Don, and the family.
Yeah.
And you know, if they want to use your platform to come up and speak, and you feel cool about it, then nobody else should be telling you what to do with that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And like obviously, you know, Can's here quite a lot, and she enjoys the environment. So
Oh yeah.
you know, I
Because
mean, these
she's
things
loved
matter.
here.
You know,
Because that's what I was saying earlier, Sav, before you got here. In this chat and in this channel, we actually do care about each other. After the live ends, we still continue to care about each other.
and that's how it should be.
And that's something I don't think they have that we
Well,
have.
well, what are they actually achieving to help solve uh, uh, the issue of a
Nothing.
missing child?
Nothing at all.
They're
They
not
do
helping
what they you
anyone.
know what they do every time Daisy goes live? They sit over there and they pick our chat apart. They sit over there and restream it. It's just
Oh, I've seen
ridiculous.
that.
It's just stupid. It's Daisy. We're talking about girly women stuff, and they're over there restreaming and picking us apart while we have a girls' meeting. I mean,
Yeah.
how exciting is their life?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we could have a discussion one night about the anatomists of the boys.
we could turn it upside down. So, anyway, she's
we could
just
turn it into
saying
a
like we
comedy.
could talk about anything, and they'd still find a reason to pick us apart. I know they
Yeah.
will.
I think
I
so.
mean, my dog barking, they'll probably say, she's attacking that dog.
Yeah.
My dogs are very spoiled. They
I think
are
it's the other way around, isn't it? The dog likes to attack you.
well, he just likes to sit on top of me, and he's very, very large. I mean, you've heard him. He likes
He's
an
a very
awful lot.
friendly dog.
He is a very friendly, but he's not friendly when people come to my front door. That's when he's not friendly. He's like, right now they're trying to kill my mum.
Oh.
He's got that attitude. But you know what? Like I said, the only thing we can do, Daisy, from here is be us again because they've taken parts of us and we got to get it back and just go back to just being us and having the channel that you were meant to have. And it's not this hate and it's not this trolling and carrying on. That's not us. We fell into that trap. We need to stay out of it.
Yeah, life's too short for those sorts of people hanging around, and like they don't help try and resolve anything. It's all about them.
Yeah. And Daisy, we know that, like I was saying before, everybody in our chat is people we know personally and that we talk to, that we care about. I love that about this channel. I love that about us, that we do care about each other and we do be there for each other personally behind the scenes as well.
Yeah.
We're not a superficial bunch like them. You know, we really do care and love each other in here. And
Yeah.
I just think we need to go back to doing that. And
Yeah,
not
like I said,
worrying.
be doing a live about Delphi tomorrow.
Yes, that's good. And, you know, I'll do some poking around, find out some things, and, you know.
I've just been listening to another live on Delphi, actually.
Yeah, I'm so interested. I've been following this case for a while now, and just the stuff that has come out new about it. But if you go back and listen to the recordings of Richard Allen and when he was in Gatlinburg and him telling the girls to get down the hill, that's the exact same voice. That man is involved. There might have been more people involved in it, but he is definitely one of the perpetrators.
Well, what's
No.
even more weird, Daisy, is that when they did the forensic collection, they didn't collect the sticks off the bodies.
I know. And I don't know why. And they didn't take the bark from the handprint on the well, they're saying it's an F, but I watched Court TV where there was a woman that knew some law enforcement that were there, and they said it looks more like a hand was leaned up against it. That it does look like an F, but it's more like a hand that was leaned up with blood on, and he could have very well been. But the problem is their throat. You know, she was cut, but there was no blood anywhere around. So
yeah, have you got that document? Have you got that document that's come out?
But I'm going to bring it up tomorrow during the live. I'm going to, and it's really weird. They think it's some kind of.
Do you have a copy though?
No, I don't. I wish I did.
I can flick one forward to Yanni for you.
Okay,
do that.
That would be good.
Because I don't know a lot about the case. I only know bits and pieces. So tomorrow, before you go live, I'll watch a few things. Send it to me and I'll watch that. That'll be good. I need to.
It's not a watch. It's a document, and it's over 100 pages long, and there's 92 clauses in it.
Does it say the girls were SA? That's one thing I've not heard yet, whether or not they were. I know Libby was naked when they found her, and she had. They put Libby's clothes on Abby.
That's right.
Wow. Weird. But I don't know if they're not saying if the girls were actually SA'd.
But they put them on her when she was unalived.
Yeah.
She was unalive when they did that.
Yeah.
I need to look into that. I did watch them arresting him and all of that. I watched all that. But then I lost track of it and, you know.
Well, not only did the girls video, I think that was Abby's phone. They're trying to say now that the defense is trying to say that that was a setup on that phone, that Richard Allen was there, but that wasn't really their phones, that they were set up. But I do believe he was following them girls that day, and they did record it, and I do believe he's very much involved in it. But there might have been
definitely more than one person involved in that, for sure, because the document is actually worded.
It's almost like Ivan Milat, isn't it? They say he didn't do it alone either. What do
Well,
you think of?
that one guy, Keenan Kine, he was catfishing with Abby and acting like he was a young model. That creepy guy, and he's been sent
Yeah,
with
that was really creepy.
yeah. So I wonder if he didn't have something to do with it too. But there was a witness that seen um, Richard Allen later on that evening walking down by the graveyard because see they were down by the graveyard. That's not how he got them. But what he did is he went around and walked through the highway from the graveyard, and they seen him covered in mud and blood that evening. There was eyewitnesses seeing him walking down the road from the graveyard. Like, yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's really creepy. This case is freaky.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I'll be
definitely
interested because I don't know a lot about it, so that'll be
it's
interesting.
definitely a cult ritual thing.
It is.
It's
But if you
definitely.
look at his eyes, he's got the dark eyes. He's got them eyes.
Bristol, Ivan lived across the road from my grandparents. Oh, scary. Ivan and his family were terrible. I was just saying there's a case like that that happened in Australia years and years ago, and it's called the Backpacker Murderers. And he was arrested, and he's dead now. He died in jail, and they
It's a good
say
place
that
for him to go to.
he didn't do it alone. And I believe still to this day he didn't do it alone, that his brothers were there too.
Wasn't it his nephew or something? No, his nephew was like arrested for killing someone a few years back now.
Yeah, I've seen that. But wasn't his brother Richard Bristol? I think he's Richard.
No, it was a
Malatta, they
nephew or
reckon he was
something.
but the brother as well, Richard, was involved. He's the one that done the interview when he died and said, "Nah, my brother didn't do it." And they said, "Well, we have evidence, to do that." But I reckon that Richard was involved.
Well, I told you that
But
the
it's
coroner.
similar to that. It's similar to that. But this guy killed. How many people did he kill?
Too many. But I told you that the coroner.
I
Coroner
think
was my mum's friend.
I think Richard Allen was killed before too, for the simple reason there was a couple that they were trying to link him to, an older couple. I forget what state it was, not too long ago, but the perpetrator had stayed in the house and did similar ritualistic things for hours with the people's deceased body.
Oh,
and they're trying to link him to that as well, but I've not heard any more about it. The guy from the Delphi murders, right? The creepiest part about it, Yanni, I don't know if you've seen it, but the girls actually recorded this guy following them.
Yes, I seen that part and I seen the arrest, but I haven't really went into it, and I really need to do that because I am interested in that case. I am.
Yeah, and the thing is that they lost like all that evidence, like they overlooked so much, and that's what I was saying in Summer's case. When they had new eyes come in and look 5 years later, they discovered that Richard Allen had stated that he was actually there that day. And then there was a witness that had seen him walking down the road with the mud.
Didn't they have it on footage? Wasn't there a picture of him on that bridge?
Yeah, girls took that on their phone.
Yeah.
But they
was creeped out by it. Weren't they sending messages saying that he was creeping them out or something?
I think the reason why, I don't think there was a message sent out, but I do think that the reason why she did it was maybe she posted it on social media. I'm not for sure.
Said that he was being creepy. I saw that part of it. One of them said, "This guy's following us and he's being creepy."
Yeah, maybe. But I know that they recorded him, and then they recorded him saying, "Guys, get down the hill." And there was some more recordings that police hasn't released that he said. If you go back and listen to the video of him at Gatlinburg, you can hear him. And then there's this really creepy video of him out there, like he's in a pool hall with his wife and he's dancing around like he's crazy. It's really scary.
You've been following Koberger as well, Daisy?
Huh?
Have you been watching Koberger as well?
Who?
Brian
The
Koberger?
Idaho guy.
No, there's some reason why something said back away from that case. For some reason, I didn't want anything to do with it. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I could not get interested.
It was very controversial in a
But
way.
now he's got dark eyes too. That if you look at that guy, his eyes are
That
dark.
guy is scary.
He's got dead eyes, that guy.
Yeah,
Dead,
kind of
dead eyes.
like that.
Ooh.
Richard Allen's got wrong. I mean, you can look at their eyes and see the darkness in there. They're evil.
Well, you know what they've done?
What's that?
The last document that got dropped the other day, they've actually managed to close the court from everything for the indictment of the grand jury discussion.
For the Koberger case?
Yep, so there's no coverage on that at all coming up.
Mm.
Wow. There's
So-
got to be gruesome stuff then.
I don't
Wow.
know about that. I think that this is like both the prosecution and the defence have now said that they don't want cameras in the courtroom for the entire case.
Wow.
And
But when he was going into court, he had that turtle suit on, the suicide one. You know, the suicide vest that they put
Yeah.
them in.
Yeah.
He had that on.
Mm.
So I don't know what's happening
I
there.
think there might have been more people involved as well. You never know.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't seem like a one-person crime, that one either, does it?
Mm-mm.
well,
Yeah.
CBS dropped a doco a few days ago now on that one.
I haven't been watching it. I got to admit, other creators, I'm not even going to say names of them, I've seen them jump into it and I backed off.
Mm.
So,
You know,
one thing
I
that
do that.
the one thing that the US has, and you'll know this, Yanni, because you're an Aussie. The one thing that the US has over us in one sense or another, and it can be good and bad, is that like you guys have so much access to all the precursor documents and probable cause affidavits, the whole bit. We get nothing here. We're not allowed to see them.
Oh.
It's private.
And
Everything's private.
Everything's closed shop because of our Westminster system.
Uh-huh.
So the most we might get is something that comes out afterwards, or a court reporter or a court journalist might, do an article on it. So from the time that someone gets arrested,
Don't do that.
and then they go into preliminary courts and everything like that, we don't hear much of anything going on.
We don't.
We don't,
And
unless it's a civil
You know
case.
how in America you can look up people's court things and stuff? You can't do that here.
Yeah,
That's
fine.
good.
And even if people play like your personal things, like privacy breaches can happen, and they're really strict here about
Oh, yeah.
it.
Wow.
They can actually
Yeah.
throw a case.
Huh.
They are very strict about it.
I wonder
Like,
why
you
they-
can't- Like, even people like to take something of yours and use it here is considered illegal if
Wow.
they haven't had permission. It's very different here than over there. And when I go back
I'll tell
over
you what, Yanni. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what. All the stuff that that the police put out on the Erin Patterson case, how it had a big concern over that.
yeah,
And then police had actually come out saying that they regret actually taking anything to the media. It not only got snapped up by media, but when, Channel 9 and Channel 7 here actually put anything out on, went to YouTube, all their comments were closed off. And then
Yeah.
it was picked up by a heap of people in the US, and it was first picked up by those two psychologists that I mentioned.
Uh-huh.
And they had their comments turned on, and they have absolutely no regard for Australian law whatsoever. and this woman quite possibly could be innocent of any wrongdoing.
Oh,
And
the
yet,
mushroom one.
Erin Patterson, the mushroom lady.
Yeah.
And, you know, the poor woman, like, here they are going, oh, well, why hasn't she answered the journalist's question? Well, here we were just talking about an ordinary person who lives in a very rural area of Victoria, who would not be used to journalists waiting in her driveway, and multiple journalists at that too.
Yeah.
And she would have been startled. She would have been having panic attacks, the whole bit. And these two US bloody Sykes were taking the ripping her apart, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she did do it, maybe she didn't do it, maybe it was just a complete accident. But I'll tell you what, I actually, with the event that I was working on, with the horses and that, there were some people up here with their product, and they were actually from that region, and they said everyone is just, you know, so devastated in that region right now. So the whole town has been ripped apart because of this incident. And then you got crime YouTubers in the US and one in the Netherlands ripping this woman apart left, right, and centre. And now law enforcement here, Daisy, are in a position where they're going to have to be very careful whether they charge her or not.
Oh, yeah. That's
because of all the comments and judgments and everything that have been passed on this woman.
She was a cook, and didn't she bring the mushrooms from her grown?
No, she bought them from 2 different stores, she says.
Okay. I thought she grew
But
them.
I don't understand how the dehydrator fits into anything. But anyway, that's kind of, you know, here nor there. But the thing is, though, that if they, if law enforcement are, you know, super careful with it, how they charge this woman, they would have to have very, very good evidence now.
Yeah.
If they do charge her and it was a complete accident, this is going to go over very, very badly, because there's people out there that have actually said she did it, she's guilty, she's this and that and something else. Yeah. And I'll tell you, Daisy, a lot of people from Australia were watching these channels too.
Oh, that's
making comments.
Sav was sending them to me, and I was like, yeah, that was. But, you know, in Australia, we don't do that stuff like they do here. Like, see what you're going through now, Daisy, with that or that incident, that would not happen here. The police would shut that down, and it's a whole different ball game here. Our privacy laws are so extensive that, like, you can literally charge somebody from using your content, like your social media content. There's laws against that. It's really different over here.
Right. I
mean, if you were here and that was happening to you here, those people would have already been arrested. That they don't play like that over here.
Wow.
That is illegal. What he did to you, I'm not going to say its name, but that is illegal.
How would I get a hold of YouTube where I can actually tell them, like, the dude's live streaming? Deleting.
I know. Don't worry, Daisy. I've got you. Don't worry about it. Like I told you today.
He deletes his lives after he does it. Like,
but we've already got it all, and all the chat and everything. So
he's not deleting them. He's just making them private and hiding them.
Yeah. That's true, but I've got people in there taking photos of the whole chat. I've got people recording it. People sending me emails. I'm getting all of it. And even the stuff that he said today was kind of X-rated about me, and that is against terms of service.
Yeah.
So there's that. It was sexual in nature and really, really over the top, disgusting. And the live was stopped.
I just don't get it. I don't get
I don't either. It's just a weird hate. It's a weird hate, a fascination with, like, being vulgar to women. Like, no real man would do that to women. No
No.
real man would do that.
No.
No, there's no way. A
No.
real man would not play like a baby in the street, dragging women down, saying X-rated stuff, telling people that their husband's going to die. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's gone too far, and
Yeah.
YouTube know that now. They do. They, that one comment about my mouth, that was it. That was it for them. So,
Yeah.
we are able to fight back, Daisy. Just don't think we can't. We can. But we have to do it in a way that's professional, and that's the only way we can do it. We cannot fight them back by yelling and screaming at them. We can't, you know what I mean. We just can't feed into this anymore. We need to move on. Your channel is doing things, and it needs to continue to do things, and that what they do, it doesn't really matter anymore until we'll just do what we have to do legally, because that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, but how can I get a hold of where I can actually speak with YouTube myself?
I'll try to find you that. My husband knew that.
Numbers?
Also, my cousin, I've got a cousin that works in cybersecurity. So I'll call him tomorrow and ask him. He might know. But I know you can actually speak to YouTube. I know that.
Yeah, because he's been a little squirrel, and
I've got all the legal. I've got all the legal avenues now. So I think that's the best bet.
Yeah, she's got him on speed dial.
No, I have had I feel bad because when I called cybersecurity today, I called them and I said, look, I'm not being I said, I'm sorry, I am not being, like a Karen.
Serial pest.
I said, I am telling you this is, SA content, and it needs to be dealt with. It's illegal what they're doing. And they said, yeah, it is. And it's called terrorist threats. That's what it falls under. That's the law it falls under. Terrorists. I did not know that it was that serious, but it actually is. It's considered terroristic threats.
Yep.
So, like I said, Daisy, I'm a person that can handle whatever they say. It doesn't do anything to me, but it's illegal what they're doing, and I will deal with it legally. I won't cry. I won't get upset because it doesn't bother me what they do. Like, imagine being that miserable. Like, I don't feel sorry for them. But they are a bunch of miserable people because that's all their life consists of. Hating on, bashing women, and you're supposed to be a man, and all you're doing is bashing women all day long on YouTube. Imagine having that for your life.
Well, you know what they say about people like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? We'll do what we have to do in the way that I told you, Daisy, today. That's the way we have to do it. We can't do it by yelling at them and screaming at them and cussing them out, because we are being like them by doing that.
Yeah.
We have to be better than them. And we are better than them. I mean, look at the love in our family. We care, and they don't have that. Imagine having a life full of fake people that just put you up, pay you to harass women. That's what they're paying him to do, harass women.
Hello, I heart want to touch.
And
I know
to go to your house. Like, if any person, and I'm going to say this because that really pissed me off. That's See what I said, Daisy? Things don't hurt me. But when people I love and care about get hurt, that's where it bothers me. And the moment your house was threatened, that was where they went too far. That was it for me. Nobody should have sat in that chat and agreed that that was okay. That is not okay.
What did they say?
They said they're going to go to your house and I'll see you tomorrow, Daisy, and all those threats.
Oh, yeah,
and it
yeah,
wasn't just him.
Oh, yeah.
It was you know who as well, both of them. And these are supposed to be men.
Yep.
These are supposed to be men picking on women, threatening women. It's the weakest. Imagine that you were that weak of a person that all you could do was attack women because you're not tough enough to handle a man. There's no way they could handle real men. I'm telling you right now, they would be snapped in half. And that's it. That's it. It's just what it is.
Well, what they don't get away with in the city in Australia, they certainly still do it in the country. I'll tell you what, because like my last event, there was a real male to male biffo outside the arena at this time. So they not a threat with a lot of people. It's like it's a come outside and let's sort it out.
Oh, I know. We fight. So we're like, all right, get outside. We're the type, Aussies are that type of people that are like, okay, well, let's just take it to the street. So we're kind of rugged. It's funny. It's funny.
It's hard to believe they're showing that.
Innocent, no, she's from New Zealand. They're scrappy over there. Oh my gosh. I never seen
what it's
so
like
many
watching
fights.
the NRL.
When I went to New Zealand, because my sister's married to a Samoan, and he got extradited back to New Zealand, and we went over there, and I'm telling you, he took us to the roughest pubs you've ever seen, because he's like part of them bikers, the mongrel mobs and all those. And you know what? I was terrified, but they were really nice, but they looked so scary because they got all their faces tattooed, and I was terrified. But they were actually really nice until they got really drunk, and then I was like, get me out of here. That's scary.
Yanni, you know what we always say about a football game here?
Huh?
You know what we always say about a good football game here?
Yeah.
It's not a football game unless there's a biffo in it.
There's always fights in the football game. Our football is rough. Our football is rough as
Daisy,
hell.
you would love our football games because if there isn't a punch up in a football game, it's not a good game.
It's not a good game, yeah.
A football game?
Yeah,
our football, they punch on in the middle of the field and everything. It's
they go for it. You've got your right.
There is a lot of games like that. People get really involved in those games, don't they?
I'm not a sports girl at all. I do not want to sit there and watch football. I don't. I'm not a girl that likes sports. Like, I did play sports when I was younger, but it's just not my thing. I can't. I mean, the way I hear him on Super Bowl, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I just want to watch the halftime show. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I watch Super Bowl, so I can watch the halftime show.
And I hear most of America doesn't really want to watch the halftime shows anymore.
I do.
They did a survey on
only because Shakira was there, but once Jennifer Lopez come on, I was like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here now. Shakira was the only one I wanted to see. Who did it this year? Dr. Dre and all that. That was pretty cool, but I don't know who did it this year, but last year was Dr. Dre, and I loved that. That was awesome.
Lord.
Well, Daisy, I can hear you're really tired.
Yeah, I think I might go ahead and get off here and try to get a couple
Yes.
of rest.
I can tell when she's ready to fall asleep. I can tell.
She
It's
goes
like
to sleep on her lives.
She does. She's gone to sleep on a live.
I've
She's
heard.
left me on the panel before. But I know, I can tell by her voice that she's ready to fall asleep. I can
What
Yeah.
time is it for you now, Daisy?
it's 6 o'clock in the morning a.m.
Don't go to sleep, you cray.
No, no, Daisy, it's 6 o'clock. Just get off here and start another live, girl. Come on.
Get
Well,
to sleep,
Keep it going,
Daisy.
lady.
Hands go to
I'm
sleep.
going. I love you, Daisy. Don't
I love
worry
you.
about it. We got you. Don't worry. Me and Lady R, we're all of us. We're working. Don't worry.
Well, I love
Good
y'all
night, Candace.
for y'all to be treated
Good
right.
night, Candace.
Can.
And
Bye. I'll speak to all the girls. Bye, Brown Bear, Innocent, Can, Lisa, Sarah. I love you, Sarah. I didn't see her before, Sarah. Crystal, I'll email you tomorrow. See, we're so lucky we got each other.
we do. And don't worry about them. Just ignore them, Yanni. That's
Yeah.
the best thing to do.
Yeah,
And
I agree. Not
And what-
worth it. Not worth
yeah,
it.
it's
Stick
not.
to your guns, Daisy.
There
Yeah,
we go.
we're going to just move on and we're going to stay true crime, and that's just
Mhm.
where we're going. We're just not going to do this anymore with them. Okay?
Playing that
That's
game.
it. We're done. And like I said, the only way to fight is not by us fighting that way. The best way to do it is the way we're doing it. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I love you too, Can. You stay strong, girl. Don't let these people get you out. Oh boy, don't even get me started. Good night, Daisy. I
Good night.
love you. I'll
love
speak
you.
to you tomorrow. Sav, you know I'm going to speak to you. Jesus, you know I'm speaking to you. All
Yeah,
right.
7
Bye,
o'clock.
everybody. Love
7 a.m.
you. Bye, everybody. Bye, Sandra.
Y'all. Thank you all.
Bye. Bye,
Well,
Daisy.
Thanks for having me up,
Savo.
Daisy.
You're welcome. Come up anytime you want to.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Sav's
I'd
awesome.
love to do that.
Sav, I'm going to call you tomorrow because I've got a lot to do, but I'll call you tomorrow, okay? Because I want to tell you everything.
Are you
So,
going to call me at 7 a.m.?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. All right.
Bye.
Bye, Daisy. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody. I want to thank everybody that come and joined us tonight, y'all. I wanted to address just the hate and stuff I woke up to, all this ridiculous childishness, attacks on my friends, and I'm not gonna just ignore it. So you all just pray for these crazy people out here that's full of hate and full of bitterness. And I love you guys. Stay tuned. I'll be back this afternoon to talk about the Delphi case. Stay tuned.